Let's get that out of here. I'm not a fan of that. I'm sorry about that, y'all. But it's actually not going to get too much better today. Oh my gosh, I hear myself. What a fool. What a fool, everyone. L's in the chat for me. I heard myself. It was an echo. Man, I'm really good at this stuff. I am professional. And that's rude. You're really destroying my confidence. Being heckled from the back porch here. As Anson astutely observed yesterday, this is a comedy channel. And he asked me where the jokes are. So I've come to a crossroads in my life. I have to either stare this in the face, be a man, because he really touched a nerve there. I mean, he was able to just bring out my deepest insecurities in a way that no one has. And this is a hard conversation even to talk about. Can you guys hear me? You guys hear me? You must. You said, yeah, you must. What do you mean? You just said StreamYard. What do you mean StreamYard? Just the word StreamYard? Doesn't tell me anything. You got to use complete sentences, please. But yeah, I mean, am I a fool? Am I why do you want the link? Are you going to hop on? You never hop on, Skeptic. Well, you do, but you show up for like 3 seconds. So, I got to determine if I'm willing to look this thing in the face and come to grips with the fact that I'm not funny. I think I've always known that deep down. At least I've been suspicious of it, my whole life. I've always wondered when people laugh at things I say, I'm just like, what is that? I'm a little suspicious of that. I don't, what are they laughing? Are they laughing at what I said? Are they laughing at me? Do they know something I don't know? So, that's one path. That's one path is admittance of Anson's position that I'm not funny. The other option could be the Anson doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. What a fool. What a fool that man is. He doesn't know me. First off, okay, when did I say this was a comedy channel? Is that what my description says? It actually might. I have no idea. What does my description say? Let's go find out. Oh man, I might roast myself here right now. This is an Orthodox Christian channel. Come for the jokes, stay for the Lord. I mean, that has the implications of comedy, but nowhere does it say the word comedy, so I'm not trying to be something I'm not. As a black man, I've had to always walk this line my whole upbringing of pleasing people on both sides of the aisle, So I'm not here to cater to you, Anson. I know you'd like to just sit here and watch me quote Norm Macdonald for an entire stream. I know that's what would tickle you. But when you hop on and you ask me where the jokes are, hello, Prodigy, my black son, how are you doing? It's good to see you. I cannot. Well, yeah, but I'm not coming home. Not yet. I'm still on the way to get the milk, the bread, the eggs, the cigarettes. It takes a while. Store's not close, son. But yeah, who the hell is this Anson guy anyways? I mean, like, what's his qualifications? He comes on here and he says, you got to be funny. Where are the jokes? I'm not laughing, man. And then when I start trying to put it on, they say, some people are on all the time. They can't turn it off. Some people, they have a switch. They flip it on and off, performance. I turn it on for him. He gets me going. He gets me in that mood. I feel like I'm all giddy, like a bride on her wedding night. Here Anson comes. I'm trying to make myself all nice for him. And then when we get going, he's like, I've got political ambitions. I want to be in office one day. I can't be associated with you. So, okay, Anson, you got to pick a lane. You got to pick a lane because it's really confusing to me, man. I mean, I gave you the inward pass. I don't know what more I can do for you. I don't know how to please you. I'm trying. But, I mean, that's another option. It's like a third option. What would that be? I mean, maybe this is a whole non-issue to begin with. I mean, this is the Mr. Westford channel, isn't it? I mean, Prodigy, son, you're only half black, so you don't have the hard R. I'm surprised you probably will never get to upgrade to that, but you can say the N-word while listening to rap music. That's where you're at the moment. So maybe one day you'll get there. I'm hoping for you. I'm praying for you. We'll see. We'll see. What was I saying? Oh yeah, maybe this is a non-issue. I mean, who the hell is this Anson guy anyways? No, that was option 2. What's option 3? I mean, maybe I'm hilarious. I mean, can we entertain that for a minute? I mean, like, I've always known that I'm funny. All right, today's stream is going to be about Moon Beaver. Y'all know who that is. Y'all know him. You love him. You probably get brain damage from watching him. But we're going to try to give him a fair shake, okay? So that's what we're going to do. All right, what is it? All right, I guess first Skeptic wants us to react to this thing. I guess we'll do that. I wish that doesn't matter to you guys, but on StreamYard I can't click links. I have to go to the YouTube chat, and it's not always synced up right with the StreamYard. It's a grievance I have. Oh God, the YouTube thing in the background. All right, what is this?
Friends. Yeah.
Oh. It'd be awesome if that was his actual mic. Later. An actual mic picking it up.
What?
What was he saying there? Like,
a few
can't be
moments
really
later.
Like, if you take away the subtitles, is that still what he says? Close your eyes.
What?
My butt, my butt. It's so indistinct. It could be anything.
What?
It does sound like my butt's been wiped. Well, Prodigy, I mean, your fiance's black. I mean, that's good. Seal the deal there, and we'll talk about it. We'll see if we can get you legal. See if we can get your inward visa. But anyways, so this is what we're doing today, guys. I thought this was a fun idea. We're gonna take the Moon Beaver, right? We're gonna take the Moon Beaver. We're gonna randomly select one of his videos, and we're trying to give him a fair shake. I mean, people think he's cracked. They think he's a cracked pot. He probably smokes too much pot. Maybe that's how his pot cracked. I don't know. Many such cases, I've seen them. But we're gonna try to watch one of these random videos. I don't even know what we're gonna watch. We're just gonna not even read it. We're just gonna pick one, and we're gonna listen to it. We're gonna take notes. This is very academic, and we're gonna try to see if he's talking sense, or if it's just slander, lies and slander that's been making him look like he's crazy. You know, maybe. How do you know he's crazy unless you actually hear him out? So we're gonna do our best, and we're gonna go down the rabbit hole wherever it ends. And Prodigy, this is not the stream for you if you're looking to have your brain left intact. That is definitely not today's mission. Today we are going down the rabbit hole for at least like the next 2 hours. So yeah, this is gonna be something. All right, this one.
Now I understand why they're trying to destroy nature.
You ever seen grass under a microscope? First time I seen the grass under the microscope,
Already.
I said, shit, it looked like the grass is smiling. Let me find out the grass is more happier on this planet than we are. If the grass is smiling like this, we have no reason to ever be sad. Now that we know that the grass is always smiling, it make more sense when you take your shoes off and ground, our body get recharged. The happiness from the grass or the energy from the grass is traveling through the soles of our feet to recharge our body. It's a well-known fact that electrons actually move through your body when you start to ground. All this shit is starting to make sense. This is why they're spraying all these toxic chemicals on the grass. They know if they spray these chemicals on the grass, it makes the grass negative. And once we take our shoes off and we ground, those negative ions go to our body. Can't forget about trees. You ever wonder why they're always cutting down trees? Did you know that therapists actually suggest their patients to go hug a tree? If you're stressed, depressed, any kind of mental illness, if you go hug a tree, it will take all your negative energy from you. Maybe that's why they're cutting down the trees, because the trees can actually help us. Not only that,
it's not like we can make paper with it.
Houses, just like us, emotions, just like us.
Wait,
if you have a high vibration energy when you go towards a tree, the tree is happy to see you. If you have a low vibration or you have bad intentions, the tree is sad to see you. Yes, the tree have an aura field just like us. We did studies and said this is actually the aura field of the tree. So now that we know that the grass is always smiling, the trees can remove all negative energy from us. It make more sense why they want to put us in these big ass toxicities.
Toxicities. I mean, what'd you guys think? Okay. What do we get there? Okay, so help me out, y'all. We got, let's see. Okay, we got smiling grass under microscope. All right, that's one. What else did he say? I should have been taking notes. I just wanted to react at it first. Maybe we'll have to watch it again and this time take notes. But okay, let's try to help me out. What I'm missing? The grass is happy, is smiling under the microscope. Can't forget about trees. If you barefoot in the grass, you grounded and it giving you the happiness. Okay, so we got to look into. Did he mention electromagnetism or something like that with the grounding on your feet? Yeah, I missed the person I was 2 minutes ago. Yeah, they really was my enemy. I found out that day when I went on stage to play Hamlet. He told me break a leg. I said, no, you a demon. I said, you a demon. You need to go sit in that grass, make you happy. Make you happy. Okay, let's one more time. I'm getting stuck on the micro. Okay, first off, let's go on this journey here. What does grass under the microscope look like? Was that even a picture of it? I don't even know. Grass under the microscope. Maybe there's some truth to what he's saying. Now, how many people watch this? Does it say? I don't. Oh, wait, right here. 85.9 thousand people liked this. And 17,000 people saved it. I see stuff like that. And, then Anson comes along saying, you're not even funny. You ain't, where's the jokes? And I think, even if I was not funny at all, which I don't grant that. Okay. But for the sake of argument, let's say I'm not funny at all. Remember, I'm not granting it. If this dude gets almost 90,000 likes, I mean, I can get like 50, right? I mean, I look at this stuff and it makes me feel like I'm not, I can go places. Smoke the happy grass. It makes you silly happy dumbass. The happy grass from the happy Damascus. If this guy ever has been shown what parasites and bacteria look like under a microscope, and he's going to think he's possessed with demons, what do they look like? Yeah, I mean, I can at least get like an easy 200,000. I mean, probably by the end of the day. I mean, oh wait, you just said you can't, but you can. I mean, I let you retract it, but I mean, I will not forget. Okay, grass under the microscope. Grass under the microscope. Do you guys see some happy face? Okay, this is the image he had popped up. Let's sorry. There we go. So this one came up first. It looks like some pop rocks. And then you got these happy looking ones. But also, if you just flip it upside down, it doesn't look, it looks kind of like a meh face. If you look at this one, this is its little jaws. And that right there is its little nonplussed mouth. It's got one nostril and 2 eyes. If you look at it from the other way, which I don't think I can just flip around my browser for you. And what about this one? This one, maybe you could say this is an eyeball and that's an eyeball. It's like so far apart. It's mentally retarded or something. But I mean, it's just, if you look, I mean, they almost look like some kind of turtle. I mean, you could just say that the grass under a microscope is like a turtle. So when you step on the grass, you should feel slower. I mean, am I wrong? What does it say? The pavilion's subtle beauty, the illusion of nature exhibit. The British botanist Phil Gates, suspicious name, sliced the leaves of a marram grass and dyed the fluorescent dye to make the vascular bundle to look like it's a smile. And so he dyed it. This ain't even it. This ain't even it, cuz this is an art piece. Grass cells that look super cute under a microscope. Nuh-uh. They gotta be dyed first. Is this what they look like? They look like pop rocks. Ooh, I don't. You guys ever watch Stellaris? I feel like I'm looking at Stellaris right now. I mean, so we can, okay, so far we've debunked him a little bit. You gotta dye the plant cells to make them make you happy. I mean, I like walking on grass with my bare feet. I mean, I went like a whole summer once back in Tennessee. I challenged myself to just not wear shoes. And I like went on road trips. I went to restaurants and I tipped them pretty good when they didn't boot me out. You know, no shoes, no service. I really put that to the test. I only really got kicked out of like, went to like decent restaurants, like sit down restaurants, like not even chains. And they didn't bat an eye. Just this shirtless, not shirtless. I was shirted, but I was shoeless and sockless. And actually, it was probably not the best idea. I was running around Nashville and going to all these metal shows and stuff, and there's just like broken bottles on the street. I'm just walking down the street. Shoes have their place. That's what I'm saying. I don't like them. Never really liked shoes very much. I'd rather be barefoot all the time. So, I mean, I like walking under the grass. It makes me happy, but is it because under the microscope, when you use dye, they might look a little bit like a gay turtle? I'm just not convinced of that part yet. But I mean, we'll give him credit because this picture from Aloptica said so. So I don't know. What is this? These people are just wearing like sage and a strawberry. That's weird. This looks like a dang what's that called? Brussels sprout. This one kind of looks like a sand dollar. Y'all, what was the time? What was the moment you guys realized sand dollars were like living things? I thought they were just like compacted sand for the longest time. You know, you go to Florida as a kid, there's all these sand dollars around. You collect them, and you collect shells and all this. You just think it's like that. You don't think it's a little creature. Artichoke? Is that an artichoke? Yeah, it might be an artichoke. Maybe. Looks like a Brussels sprout to me, though. What does grass look like under a microscope? What is this picture for? Let's go. Let's freaking go. Come on. Guys, are you hyped yet? And Anson, are you here? Is this entertaining? Am I hilarious yet? Like, do you want like, you know, what do you want? It's a great grass can cut you. Okay. Yeah, of course. What do I got to watch this video? Ugh, awful audio. Just show it to me. Give it to me straight. That looks like crack, dude. Well, first, if you crunch up these crack rocks and you smoke them, then anything looks like it's smiling under the microscope. Even without the microscope, things will be smiling. Oh, that's he's just snorting it right there. You see that? Where's the grass come in? Now this is sand under the microscope. What? Did I read this whole thing wrong? Didn't it say grass? I went back too far. Where'd that lady go? Where'd that weird lady go? Is she gone? Dude, she's straight up gone. That's weird. We got these weirdos. Oh, there she is. What does grass look under the microscope? But then I get sand. I don't know. There's some interference happening. Well, okay. What? Okay, so we looked into the grass under the microscope. Let's what is this going on over here? What's this next thing? Okay, we got the grass.
Understand why they're trying to destroy nature. You ever seen?
Who's they? Did he get into that? Who's they? Who's they want to destroy nature? Who's they? Did he say?
In grass under a microscope. First time I seen a
So the smiling grass can help us why they want to destroy nature. Okay.
grass under the microscope, I said, shit. It looked like the grass is smiling.
I said
We
shit.
find out the grass is more happier on this planet than we are. If the grass is smiling like this, we have no reason to ever be sad. I know.
Your grandma just died? Nah. This grass be smiling. Shit. I said shit. You ain't got no reason to be sad. This grass be smiling. You got cancer? Well, shoot, man. Look at this grass. It be smiling. You ain't got no reason to be sad. They trying to destroy nature, so you'll be sad because your grandma's dying, but you just forgot about grass.
Now we know that the grass is always smiling. It make more sense when you take
it make more sense.
Take your shoes off and ground, our body get recharged. The happiness from the grass or the energy from the grass is traveling through the soles of our feet.
I like how
now
oh no.
Now I understand.
Oh no, stop it. I was just trying to zoom in.
Did you know the person that designed?
No.
Now
I
understand.
I was just going to talk about how far you can see into his nose.
It's from the grass, or the energy from the grass is traveling through the soles of our feet to recharge our body. It's a well-known fact.
Electrons move freely between the earth and the grounded human body. Let's look up that sentence and see what happens. Electrons. I've heard people say this, but I never like looked into it, you know. You know, like when people say stuff and you're like, yeah, sure. Like, you know, muscle weighs more than fat. Like, yeah, I'm sure. Like, yeah, probably. I mean, that's what I hear. It makes sense. I mean, it's like denser, but like, do electrons move freely between the earth and the grounded human body? Electrons move freely between the grounded human body. Let's see. Electrons are tiny particles. Oh, we're starting at the beginning here. In the human body, electrons are constantly in motion. Oh, this is the part that says I got to read. That helps. When the human body is grounded, electrons in the body can flow freely from the Earth's electrons, creating a flow of energy. Wow. I mean, guys, wake up. Wake up. Are you there? Are you sleeping? Oh, there's more. I got to read this part. When the body is grounded, the electrons in the body can flow. Isn't that what it did? No, what it did? The electrons in the body can flow freely into the Earth's electrons, creating an electrical connection between the two. That was like the same sentence. That was the same sentence, just slightly worded differently. In conclusion, electrons move freely between the grounded human body and the Earth's electrons. Grounding, or earthing, is the process of making direct contact between the Earth's surface, which allows it didn't say nothing about the happy grass, though. Didn't say anything about the happy grass. He's trying to connect this to the happy grass. The flow of energy is believed by who? To have numerous health benefits, including reduced inflammation, improved sleep, and reduced pain. Please verify critical facts. You're asking me to verify this? From laurenhill.imspquitka. Today I found out and incibilium nil nich gov. Irfin, health implications. Man. Oh shoot. I don't know. I guess I gotta believe in this thing now. I mean, Mano, what do you think? Mano, you wanna jump on and help me with this? If you got time, that is. This link's from Mano. I feel like you can help me track with this. What's going on with the grounding? Is it the happy grass? Did you miss the happy grass? We were told that the happy grass is what makes grounding possible. It makes more sense. And I'll play it again for you, Mano. That's the wrong tab. Sorry, I'm a professional. This one.
Now I understand why they're trying to destroy nature. You ever seen grass under
Oh,
a
you did see it?
microscope?
Okay.
First time I
When we can move on then. Okay, so grass under the microscope. Grounding.
body when you start the ground. All this shit is starting to make sense. This is why they're spraying all these toxic chemicals on the grass. They know if they spray these chemicals on the grass, it makes the grass negative. And once we take our shoes off and we ground.
Okay, so like, hear me out. Let's try to figure this out. So, they trying to spray this on the grass to make the ground negative, make the grass sad. So then we'll be sad, and then what? Like we're easily or more manipulated. Is that it? I mean, how did they get to this point? If they stepped on the grass, wouldn't they feel happy, not feel the need to make us all feel manipulated? I mean, where did it begin? Why did this negative energy enter our system trying to spray on grass? I mean, if we're all stepping on the same happy grass, was there like an original corrupted sad grass that somebody stepped on? Now they got to make every other thing sad? Where was this? Why is this? If they spray all the grass and make it all sad, then that's just going to affect them too. They're going to step on the sad grass. I mean, yeah, I ain't going to mess with no negative grass neither, but I don't spray my grass. I mean, if I did, if I sprayed my own, I think somebody sprayed their own grass, not knowing what they were going to do, not realizing what they were getting themselves into. They stepped on the grass that they had made sad from just spray. And then they felt the need to spray the other person's lawn because of how bad it made them feel. You know, hurt people. You step barefoot. Well, then also, hey, wait a minute. If I sprayed my own grass, but I wear shoes all the time, am I immune? Can I bring some guests over to my house? Be like, take your shoes off, stay a while, walk in my grass. They're like, why don't you do that too? I'm like, nah, I want you to be comfortable, but I prefer to wear shoes. I prefer my guests to be shoeless and for me to be shoed. It's I gotta, it's a dominance thing. So, I mean, what they're trying to destroy nature by spraying on grass. Who is this people? Why are they doing it?
Those negative ions go to our body. Can't forget about trees. You ever wonder why they're always cutting down trees? Did you know that therapists actually suggest their patients to go hug a tree if you're stressed, depressed?
Okay, therapists, tree hugging. Therapists suggest tree hugging. Let's see. All right, give me the goods. Therapists and health experts. I need like just like a text to speech thing, so I don't gotta do all this talking. I feel like that'd be more entertaining for y'all. You know, I gotta make sure Anson's pleased. He's a hard man to please. Look at that kid. Look at him. That's the same pic. That's the same picture. That's the same. Wait, no, is it? No, it's not. That was a lady's hands. But I mean, you could have fooled me, right? Like, look at that. That's the same tree. That is the same tree. I don't know, man. That's the same tree. I'm looking at them both. So whoever this is, there's something with the. There's a conspiracy going on where who's behind the tree? What's going on with this tree? Is this a special magic tree that makes you happy when you hug it? Do I need to know about that? All right, so yada 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 reduces stress and anxiety, improves mood, boosts immune system. How does hugging a tree boost immune system? spending time in nature, including hugging a tree. So it's just like if you're outside being exposed to like stuff, pollen, and you happen to be hugging a tree, then is this an excuse to get you outside, and that's how it boosts your immune system? Improves circulation and lowers blood pressure. Increases oxytocin. Man, is that like Oxycontin? I need some more of that. That was the best week of work I ever had when I had Oxycontin. I'm gonna be straight with you. I felt like I was floating above my body. Provides a sense of connection to nature. I mean, it depends on which tree we're talking about, Do I feel the same with a dead tree? If I hug this tree, would it make me feel even better? Overall, tree hugging is a simple yet effective way to improve mental and physical health. By incorporating this practice into your daily routine, your daily routine, you can experience the numerous benefits it has to offer. Try it. It's great. Try it in soup. People in the cities and concrete jungles need to put their bare feet on happy grass and ground their toxic bodies in some nature, bro. I know, but I mean, because of the toxic cities, that's why they feel the need to spray the grass. I mean, they don't know what they're missing. I mean, therapy is a sham, likely. But I mean, they did tell me to be able to go and like hug trees and stuff. Okay, I think we've done enough research on that part. What else did we get? Are you guys seeing it? Is there connect? Is he onto something? Okay.
Any kind of mental illness. If you go hug a tree, it will take all your negative energy from you.
Any kind of mental illness. It'll take all of your negative energy from you. Any mental illness. Well, if it was that simple, I would have had my little brother hugging trees years ago, my dude. If it was that simple. Or did I just not know? Could I have saved all this heartache and damage to our family just by having my brother hug a tree?
Maybe that's why they're cutting down the trees, because the trees can actually help us. Not only that,
because the trees can actually help us.
Trees have orphils. Just
that, dude.
Now,
oh no! Every time I zoom in, it doesn't like it. I'm
why
sorry.
They say the windows are the eyes to the soul.
Okay, the windows are the eyes of the soul. That'd be the next one. But I think we got all the evidence there. I think we got it. Okay, so what do you guys think? Out of 1 to 10, how much did he piece the puzzle pieces together for you? Like 1 being like I'm pretty sure he's onto something, and 10 being like I am God now. We are all God. I mean, like 1 to 10. Where are you? Let me know in the chat. All right, you want me to react to this thing? What is this? You just want me to talk about Biden today? What is going on? Is it another
made in America? A lot of that has to do with this industry. I just had a chance to see the work hyperbole. It's about being made in America. A lot of that has to do with this industry.
He just got pooped on.
I just had a chance to see the work you do here and turn more than 40 million bushels of local corn into 130 million gallons of ethanol a year. And that's not hyperbole. It's about being made in America. A lot of that has to do with this industry.
They got pooped on. That's way worse than the fly giving Mike Pence a hard time. You guys remember that fly? Millions of people across the world saw that fly. How many people saw this bird poop? How many? Negative 52. That wasn't an option. That wasn't an option. That was not an option. You can't just make up the rules, man. Is there more to this? Does he get pooped on again? Do I got to watch another minute of this?
I just had a chance.
Okay, is the connection here poop or Biden between these videos you're showing me?
See the work you do here and turn more than 40 million bushels of local corn into 130 million gallons of ethanol a year. And that's not hyperbole.
It's just another
made in America.
It's just a video of him getting pooped on over and over. Wait, it's from Forbes? Forbes breaking news. Bird poop on Biden.
And that's not hyperbole.
Okay, wait, no. Only 49,000 people saw this from 2 years ago. Man, I saw the Mike Pence fly live as it was happening. I had to wait 2 years to see the bird poop on Biden. I mean, not as famous as the Mike Pence fly. I mean, there's definitely let's get this thing out of here too. There's definitely some incongruity happening there. All right, let's try this next one. What the windows to the soul?
You ever seen an eye under a microscope?
He's really into microscopes. You know, if you don't understand something, you don't know if it's a happy grass, you gotta look under the microscope. You want to see somebody's eye? Gotta look under the microscope. Look at his face. If I looked at his nose under the microscope, what would I see? I think I'd see it going on forever, fractally down to eternity. Have you ever seen somebody's nose like that? I'm not talking about the shape or nothing, just the depth. The depth of the window of his soul, maybe his nose. It goes deep within himself. You know? I hope he has a really, I got the trade-off, got to be really good smell. I'd hope. I mean, if I had a nose like that and I didn't smell real good, I mean, I'd have a couple words to say to God.
Scientists been speaking about black holes in space forever. This is your eye right here, and this is a black hole in space. Your eye is really the black hole in space that pull in all kind of light. Remember,
Your eye's really the black hole in space. I highly doubt this guy has ever seen a microscope. Oh, I'm sorry. Jeem said he's into, you guys know Jeem. Shout out to Jeem. Gotta support the small channels. He said he's all into, like natural videos. He's not gonna do the, hey, what's up, guys? Like, comment, subscribe, please. He's just gonna press play and be himself. I mean, like, as long as Nadeem's not here, we can afford a little bit of silent introspection, reflection, injection. Erection. And I said that already. That's as many rhymes as I could do on the spot like that. I mean, I'm out of that game. I'm out of that rap game. I got it. It's if you don't lose it, if you don't lose it, you use it, man. I'm so behind here, working, listening in and out, praying for you. Thank you. Am I ever going to do formal debates? Perhaps. It depends on the thing. There's lots of things that I feel like I could debate competently on, but not like on a professional level. Like, for instance, like if I was going to, I think I know, probably 7 or 8 pretty good defeaters for, let's say, Roman Catholicism, where I can do this, run this argument that I've never seen a Roman Catholic really be able to give a good answer for. And I think it's a defeater to that position. But if we got into specifics about canons and specific, there'd be lots of things they could bring up that I'd be unfamiliar with, or lots of specific evidences that I don't know. And I would like to read. I'm reading the Fathers right now. I'm probably on year 200 something, reading it just in my own time. And I don't really want to read it specifically for the need of like defeating another person's position, like just as debate, just as like debate research, if that makes sense. I'd like to read it because I want to read it first. So, not that if I was going to debate, I would prepare, but I'm just going to take my time. If that makes sense. I saw a video why I left Eastern Orthodoxy on my homepage. Didn't watch it, but y'all go over videos like that sometimes. Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting I've watched like 7 or 8 of those videos, not necessarily on this channel, but just like when they pop up, I'm like, let's see what this guy has to say. And a lot of it's like they say stuff like that they don't. They're like, well, I left Orthodoxy because they worship Mary. I'm like, we don't do that. What are you talking about? It's usually like, it's weird how they left Orthodoxy, but because things they didn't realize what Orthodoxy is. Oh no, is this Andrea's alt account? Poor Andrea. Poor Andrea. I read St. John of Damascus today, and he makes EED so explicitly clear and performs apophatic theology, essence energy distinction. Yeah. I mean, if you read people call, like, Roman Catholics like to say, like, the energy essence distinction is like Paulomitism. You're a Paulomite for doing that. But you read a lot of the, early church fathers, and they're talking about it. They don't necessarily use the exact same words, but they're saying the same concept. And I think it's in the Bible too. Obviously it is, but there's tons of things that Roman Catholics don't agree with. And I think it's just like straight up in the Bible. Like they don't think the Old Testament contains the Trinity. That's weird, dude. Am I smoking that tweet? No, man. Well, I'm smoking that pipe tobacco. It's I just basically it's gonna be my last time smoking this guy because I just ran out. But I had this for like a year and a month before it ran out. I got a friend. His name is Bartholomew, and every time he wants to smoke a pipe with me, he's like, "Do you want to smoke a de blint? Smoke a de blint?" And I don't know where he got that from or what that means, but it always makes me kind of chuckle. Not like a belly laugh or nothing, but like enough. It's enough to get me there. That was a pretty good impression. I think. I mean, like, I knew exactly what you're doing. I mean, it's just like, yeah, more lies, dear, poor, West, like condescension. Yeah, you nailed it. Hey, Dustin, you want to hop on? I'd like to see you on here, Mo. Paraphrasing, but basically, we cannot know the essence. We cannot say anything about the essence of God. Yeah, was this the exact? Was it the exact something of the Orthodox faith by John the Damascus? I can't remember the name. We are going over schizoid Moonbeaver videos, and we're doing research to see if he has a exact exposition of the Orthodox faith. My wanted to say exposition, but for some reason my brain told me that wasn't. My brain offered it, and then another part of my brain went, no, that's not the right word. So then I just stammered. So right today we're just kind of goofing around looking at silly stuff. But if we want to talk about other things, if you guys want to talk about stuff, that's fine with me. We went through one video and we're at 45 minutes. I mean, I feel like I just started, so I mean, it must be a decent stream, at least for me. I mean, that was fun. Let's do another one. And what was it he was saying? Talking about eyeballs.
Black holes pull in light. This is the reason why they want us on our cell phones and TVs all the time, because we are pulling in more light inside of our body. Military and scientists was doing experiments.
Is that nefarious? Okay, so our eyeballs are black holes that pull in light. They want us on our cell phones to pull in more light. But then you say that's just what our eyes do. What's the bad part about it?
Where they will open your eyes up and let people watch horror movies all day. Remember the movie Bird Box? They was trying to tell you everything about your eyes.
They was trying to tell you. Wait. Are they telling me? Are they trying to tell me how my eyes work? Or are they? What is it? Why are they telling me about it? If they're trying to, what are they trying to do? Are they helping me?
Your eyes is a portal. Be careful what you watch. The reason why a lot of people can't give you eye contact, because once you get someone,
definitely not sanitary to have a little baby butt on your eyeball like that. Definitely not sanitary. Have you seen baby butts?
Eye contact, you are traveling in their universe. The eyes is really a mirror. If you look close, you can see your own.
Okay, wait. Is they the window of the soul? Is they a mirror, or is they a black hole? Can they be all of that? I'm not sure. Those are like different. A mirror reflect something back. A black hole sucks in all the light. How can it reflect the light back if it sucks out all the light? I don't know about this one.
Reflection in someone's eyes. That's why they give people drugs. It dilates your pupils, and more spirits can travel through your black hole.
More spirits could travel in your black hole, dude. I ain't let nobody travel in my black hole. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, that is orange like us. I don't know. That one doesn't. I feel like he couldn't really pick a lane with that one. He gave me like 3 different definitions of what the eye is, and I don't know. Definitely not convinced like that by that one. Let's do one more. Oh, that's the same one.
This world is controlled by the 7 deadly sins, and the fallen angels are the ones that taught us this knowledge. The 7 deadly sins is connected to our 7 chakras in our body. 7 deadly sins is like a lock on your chakras. So every time you activate one of your chakras, you get rid of one of the 7 deadly sins. When you look at how Hollywood, politics, governor, entertainment, music, everything. This was all taught by these 7 deadly sins. The 7 deadly sins is really the 7 fallen angels. If you notice, most of these celebrities are
wait. The 7 deadly sins are our 7 are energy linked to our 7 chakras, but the 7 deadly sins are a fallen angel, and if we unlock a chakra, then we expel the fallen angel of the deadly sin. But didn't he say that the 7 deadly sins were taught to us by fallen angels, like, Book of Enoch stuff? Like, why would they teach us that if we have the knowledge we can use to get rid of it, and that's good for us, but it's bad for them? Why would they tell us that? Isn't that what he just said?
Are obsessed with the way they look. That's vanity right there. All they care about is money. That's greed right there. You just want to be better than the next person. That's pride right there. Most of them always have their clothes off. That's lust right there. You have gluttony, you have wrath.
Most of them have their clothes off. That's lust right there. I thought he had moved on to not talking about the deadly sins anymore. I thought he was like, that's enough. You like probably know the rest of them. I thought he said most of them are closed off. And I was like, they're closed off. Okay, like with their energy chakras. That's lust right there. That's what has happened to me. I didn't realize.
Etc. These are not just regular sins. These are really the 7 fallen angels. These fallen angels taught the people everything about idol worship. Anytime you love a celebrity more than you love yourself, then you are falling for the trap. Ever hear a fan?
I don't know about that. Can't you love yourself more than? Can't you make yourself an idol right there? Can't you make yourself an idol right there? Can't you do that? That's idol worship. You can make it, but anytime, you love a celebrity more than yourself. Can I love my neighbor more than myself? Can I love my wife more than myself? Can I love my baby girl more than myself? That's idol worship right there. That's idol worship right there.
And say they love a celebrity. Most of the celebrities are really delusional because they don't know if the fans love them for who they really are or just for the music.
Guys, do you love me for just who I am? Look at me. Look at me. Look at me for a minute. Look at me. Okay. Do you guys love me for who I am? Or for, because I'm hilarious? I mean, that's just a part of me, that's not the whole Westford, this is the Mr. Westford the stream channel. This is the Mr. Westford channel. It's about me. So you get the whole man. You got to take me as I am. Take me as I am, cause I'm going, but too scared to stop now. I'm too scared to let go. Take me as I am. You guys know that song? Who is that by? FM Static? Shoot, that came out of my brain for no reason. How you doing, Athanasius? Good to see you. Athanasius, do you love me for who I am? Are you just trying to like segment me off into little bits and pieces? If you look at me in a microscope, am I a little happy grass? Am I smiling back at you? These are the things that keep me up at night. Yeah, I mean, can't be all happy, good time vibe and grass all the time. I mean, it's got to be exhausting to be happy grass all the time. You know, can't you just be a melancholy grass sometimes? Yeah, I mean, everybody's got to have at least one black friend. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. Let's go. Let's keep going. What? This button. This one. No, this one. There we go. Wait, about what do you guys like this? Let's do that. All right.
They just love them for the music, then they loving the fake person because
they're loving the fake person. You guys loving my fake person? Is this like Kingdom Hearts? You guys don't fall in love with my nobody or my heartless. None of that, you know. I am Sora. You do not fall in love with Roxas. All right. That ain't real me.
stage person is not the real person. Most of these fans don't know nothing about these celebrities or what they do behind the scenes. What's their favorite color? What's their favorite food?
All right.
All they know is we
guys,
love you for you.
Okay, what's my favorite color? In the chat right now, what's my favorite color? You know, Athanasius, you Rip, you said you love me for who I am. What's my favorite color, man? Oh, he's making sense. Well, Dustin, I am black. That doesn't necessarily follow that my favorite color is black. Black, I mean, I could be persuaded. I do wear black mostly. Yeah, we're getting a lot of blacks in the chat. I mean, since high school, I've pretty much exclusively worn black, basically. That's just because I'm hardcore, you know. But my favorite color since childhood has been blue, like a kind of like this blue. I don't know. I've never reassessed it as like a 5-year-old. You know, other 5-year-olds ask you that, and it was between red, green, and blue for me. And I was just staring at those colors for the longest time. Like I got to pick one. Blue, for whatever reason, you know, 20 years ago was what I settled on. So that's where I am. I never reassessed that. Maybe I need to reassess that belief.
Music, that's idol worship. Just like Hollywood stars. They are getting paid millions of dollars.
If we're following with his logic straight, man. Anybody that didn't say blue in the chat, you guys are idol worshiping me. Stop it. I ain't here for that.
To act like someone else. This is what these fallen angels are really doing to all these celebrities. They are using them. They know that everything is about energy and everything is about currency. So if they can put a certain person in the spotlight to make them famous, and have millions of people buy their.
Sorry, I got my baby monitor here. My baby's supposed to be taking a nap. She's up. She's up. Why you up, baby? You're supposed to be taking a nap. Okay. Let me get the mic on. Let me get the mic on. Lydia, lay down. Night-night. She ain't doing it. She's being obstinate. She definitely not idol worshiping me. She don't even know my real color. My real color. My true color. My favorite color. What am I saying? Night-night. Lay down. It's nap time. Time to lay down. She's just staring at the camera. What is this magic orb that speaks to me in my father's voice? Oh, she's getting closer. Night-night. It's time to lay down. She ain't saying anything. She's just looking. All right. Sorry, what is he saying? I missed that.
Just like Hollywood stars. They are getting paid millions of dollars to act like someone else. This is what these fallen angels are really doing to all these celebrities. They are using them. They know that everything is about energy and everything is about currency. So if they can put a certain person in the spotlight to make them famous, and have millions of people buy their music, watch their movies, and millions of people screaming, "I love you," those fallen angels are right next to them celebrities, and all that energy is going to these fallen angels. How do you think these fallen angels get to live so long? Every time it's a big event.
What did they do before TikTok? What did they do before the internet? They just didn't live as much. They didn't live as bigly, man. Man.
Event like the Super Bowl, the World Series, Met Gala, the Grammys, the Oscars. These fallen angels are right there, soaking in all that energy. Fallen angels made us.
Okay, I mean, like, he's doing. I mean, it's like there's some shady stuff going on, and he is hitting on something about the 7 deadly sins and how it feeds into principalities, right? I mean, for real, man. I mean, like, there's something there. There's some kind of intuition happening. I don't think he necessarily has all the pieces put together, but I mean, yeah, it's like screw take letters. They want to feed on our energy.
Is worship God because God is really dog backwards. They're laughing at us.
You can't just drop that on me. You can't. What?
And all that energy. Fallen angels made us worship God because God is.
The fallen angels made us worship God because dog is God backwards.
Really dog backwards. They're laughing at us, saying that we're.
Oh, they're laughing at us because we worship God because God is dogs backwards. Okay, bro, what is God? Does God backwards? Is God dog backwards in all languages? Oh man. That aged me like 4 or 5 years there. I mean, I hope to live to see my kids' graduation at least. This is aging me rapidly. Oh man. Wow. Let's grant it. Okay, God is dog backwards. They're laughing on us. It was a joke. Let's not even bring in other languages in it and like What about people who believe in God who don't even know what dogs are? They wouldn't even get that joke. It's not a good joke to them. I mean, okay, let's grant it. Is dog. It's not really it's not really a good joke, but maybe that's why they're fallen angels. They tried. Maybe they're like me. Anson says I can't make good jokes. He says I'm not funny. Does that make me a fallen angel? I don't know. But okay, so there's no God. God is just a dog. How are the angels fallen? Where'd the angels come from? Where'd I come from? Who made me black in the first place?
We're walking in circles chasing our own tail because we don't know no better. You give these celebrities one purpose. Make sure you recruit and bring more people to Hollywood so we can do the same shit to them. But keep giving these celebrities all this money. Just keep bringing more people in. More people you bring in, the more.
But please go and buy my book. Please go buy my book, everybody. Oh, hello, buddy. What did you learn?
So the moon beavers. The moon beavers is.
Did you catch this all, or did you just hop in for the first time?
Overstanding. I just got here.
All right, I guess we're gonna have to do this stream again because we got to watch this video. Got to catch up, man.
Yep.
Actually, just pull your phone up. Start the stream at the beginning. Play it at like 2x, and we'll sit here and wait for you to catch up so you can, have good insight.
Okay, let's do that.
We'll wait.
Okay.
Oh God, there's Yakub behind us. Gotta change that. I just saw him.
I love that you have Yakub in the back, man.
Okay, he's gone for now. He's gone for now. You can't overdo him. You can't make him overstand his welcome. Are you in a public bath stall?
I was traveling and I just landed.
Are you in a airport bath stall?
I'm in the bathroom, but I ain't
Yes, you are.
I'm.
Ain't that some
I-
shit, Nadim?
I think I might leave right now.
Okay. Okay. Well, we watched that one. That's 3, guys. What do you think? So far, I think we got the first one. Okay, what was that? The Happy Grass. Happy Grass was like 3 or 4 different concepts that may have has some kind of validity, and I think he kind of tied them together, and I don't know if those ties really hold. Like, is grass making me happy because under a microscope with some dye, it's got a happy face on it if you look at it the right way? Or is it a turtle? And then the next one, which is the video. No, that's this one. Okay, so we got that one. Then maybe there's some truth to it. We got this one, and it's like because he's got a schizo frame of mind that he's gonna have some decent insights about 7 deadly sins and how pre-list and pride and all of that play into these celebrities gaining power through people's energies being directed towards them in like a sense of worship. But then he says stuff like dog god and man, it really knocked it knocked that one down a couple, because you go like, wow, these are decent insights. This is lining up somewhat with how an Orthodox Christian would look at the world, and how spiritual warfare, maybe this is some insights into spiritual warfare. And then he smacks you out of nowhere, out of left field with the doggone God, man. And yeah, that definitely didn't work for me as much. But so that's in the middle, and then down here at the bottom, you got, man, I don't even remember what is the eyeballs. The eyeballs. You got to pick one definition of eyeballs. It can't suck in all the light and also reflect it back. That's 2 different things. Well, I mean, do we spin the roulette wheel again? You guys want to talk about something else? I thought that was something. Well, Emmanuel, what's the name of that degen owl feather dude? Yes. I need to get like a whiteboard. Oh, yes. Yeah, he did talk about my black hole a little bit, which made my black hole pucker, tighten. I'm going to be honest. I don't really like people openly talking about my black hole. Do I know Allah committed shirk? I don't know what you're talking about. So I guess not. Maybe we do one more. Or we could watch more Biden poop related content. What's this next one?
Today we're supposed to get a geomagnetic storm that wipe out the internet, the cell phone, TVs, everything. Is the world going to end again, and again, or is just all bullshit? But so far, they're trying to say all of our communications is about to be wiped out. Severe solar storm expected to supercharge northern lights on Friday. Yeah, today is Friday. So the storm is coming our way. I don't know if we're going to lose any kind of communications, but I doubt it. They were saying this is the strongest storm we had in 19 years. 2005 was the last one. All I seen and heard was strong solar storms could disrupt communication.
You guys see them? I saw them.
They don't want us to speak the truth no more.
I didn't see any colors, though. I saw the big movement to the sky.
Storm that's going to help us or recharge our body so we can heal. They always say it's some kind of fear.
I didn't even know that this was happening. My wife woke me up at like midnight because she went to go to the bathroom. And then she checked her phone and she had like 5 people messaging her, go outside. And that was like from 3 hours before. Oh, you guys can't see it. Can you hear it? Whoopsie daisies. He's talking about these lights. You guys remember that like 3 weeks ago, whatever? Was it like 3 weeks ago? A month ago? Something like that? Anyways, we went outside and you had to like be outside for a couple minutes for your eyes to adjust. And then you could see it. There's like this big white milky streaks in the sky. They just like looked like they're standing there, and then suddenly they'd swirl or move or come in and out of being. It was weird. There was one that like just above my house, really big, long. It looked like a figure. Looked like you could see the head and you could see like the shape. You go down, it looked like it had like wings or arms or something like that, and it was just like coming in and out, and like it had like this energy going. It was weird, man. I got pictures and videos of it, but I didn't lose no communication. I wish I'd known about it before. I don't like look up. I gotta watch more Moon Beaver or something because he would have tipped me off to this. I would have been able to see it earlier in the night. I had neighbors saying it was at like 8, 9 p.m. going on. I was hitting the hay. So I don't know. Do you guys see colors? I didn't see any colors. It was just like a milky white, and I didn't lose no communication. So
Ouroboros will not hurt
Ouroboros.
you, not at all.
So they put it right there in front of us. Ouroboros. Watching these videos make me bored out of my mind. Watching them lights in the sky, boring, bored out of my mind. It's right there. They try to make it interesting with the colors, but it was all white, black and white, like black and white movies, man. So these energies coming at us from like the 1950s before they had that color TV, man, before they had Technicolor, man, that's where these black and white energies coming from. So black and white chessboard, black and white chess pieces. It's all a game. We're all a game. We're the pieces on there, and they're trying to distract us with this milky whiteness in the sky. With Milky Way, we're in the Milky Way with the milky whiteness in the sky. I had a Milky Way the other day. It wasn't that good. They're trying to get us to make these associations. I live in the Milky Way. I gotta be what I am. I gotta eat what I is. You are what you eat. You eat the Milky Way because you're a part of it. But it don't make you feel no good way. Don't make you feel no good way. It's gonna give you the estrogen, and then you'll be the Milky Way. You're gonna be producing. You're gonna be producing that Milky Way. And who's that for? Who's gonna be drinking your milk? I don't know. Not me. Not my kids. I ain't no woman. But if I ate enough Milky Ways, you wouldn't even be able to tell.
Oh, in fact, it do the opposite. These storms that come from the universe really activate our physical body so we can be more spiritually conscious. Just remember,
They activates our physical body so we can be more spiritual conscious.
Some people on this planet that can adapt to any storm that comes from the universe. Solar rays, geomagnetic storms, we can absorb all this within our body, but some people can't. And these some people are the same ones that was hiding inside of these bunkers. I don't gotta say no names.
So wait, like Mark Zuckerberg has special cosmic energy abilities, and that's why he's hiding out in bunkers he doesn't want to get too supercharged now.
Ouroboros is one of the biggest portals on this planet. Is actually responsible.
Well, technically, it ain't on this planet; it's above it. So, if it was on the planet, it'd be like on the planet. That's above the planet. Two different things.
For everything even existing, everything we see in this physical world is coming from the Ouroboros or the.
Everything I see in the physical world is from the Ouroboros. Okay, and we also have to think about these. Like these aren't just isolated things. So what he say about my eyes? My eyes are black holes that reflect mirrors, and there's a baby sitting on my iris. And okay, so everything I can see is because of the Ouroborealis through my black hole. So my black hole has to be absorbing the light of the Ouroborealis, but that only happened that one time. Unless I'm in Alaska or some such place, I won't think I'd be able to see nothing because he's telling me the Ouroborealis is how makes me see. And if I can't see without it, then how am I seeing right now? Is there some invisible borealis going on? Is it? I don't know. Try to help me out, you guys. I'm trying to put the pieces together.
Northern Lights. You do know this is a portal that take you to inner Earth. Good movie you can check out is The 13th Floor. It explains how all this shit works. Remember that media is all about fear mongering. I doubt that we're going to lose.
Well, guys, it looks like we have to turn this into a watch along because I don't understand how this shit works.
Any kind of communication at all, and if we do, it's not going to be that long. But if it do happen, always be prepared for it. We have geomagnetic and solar flare storms every day, and nothing ever happens. I'm not telling you nothing won't happen. What I'm saying is, if it do happen, it ain't going to be for long. Today we're supposed to.
Man. I don't know if I can keep going with it. I don't know if I at a certain point, like you can't saturate your brain with this. You know, 'cause if you're trying to make sense of it, you can go so far before you start to check out. I mean, it's funny to a certain point because he gets to say stuff like "dog God," but I mean, it starts to like just wash over me. I check out a little bit. Oh my gosh, skeptic! You just want to watch Biden stuff instead? Is that? Oh my gosh, I've seen this one. What's the likelihood that he started like right there, and then the cameras turned on, and they made him go like 20 feet, and he still fell? That's a good point, Will Manuel. Yeah, I'm not saying if it do happen, but if it does, then I told you so. But if it don't, then like I said it might not. So I don't know what you want from me. I don't know what you want from me. What's Biden doing? I haven't kept up with politics for a while. Is he still alive? One thing I was really surprised about with the presidency as it is, I was convinced that Joe Biden was gonna disappear in some way. Either they're gonna say he's unfit to be in office, and they're just gonna remove him because he has dementia, or that he was gonna die either for reals or just because they say, "Oh, no, he's dead," and he's like gets paid to live on an island somewhere, and they fake a funeral, and then Kamala would come out and be the new president. I thought they were gonna have a total win with having the first uh, black woman president. I thought they were gonna have a huge win with that, and it didn't happen. That's surprising to me. Maybe he's more useful being a dementia puppet than he is who would have been the new vice president, you think, if Kamala had become the president? That's what I thought. I was like 6 months in, Biden's gone. I was real surprised when that didn't happen. Well, obviously. Obviously. Yeah, how can I help you clean your BPF sent you to a leftist streamer? What the heck? You as well, Godson. Jesus Christ be praised. Does a Biden fall if a Biden falls in the street if no one is there to see him? That's the age-old question. I don't quite know. I don't know. I think it's got to be exhausting being that guy. Being paraded around. You just sent me the same video again. Why are you just sending me the same video more than once, dude? I think it's sad what they're doing to Joe Biden. I think they should just let him die. Or not die, sorry. They should let him go live out his days anywhere else. He should not be in the spotlight. It's sad. It's very sad, y'all. Play the leg hair one. Yeah, that was before he was president, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. Gosh. The audio's awful. Somebody help the man. It's not clear if the U.S. president was joking around. I have to disagree. I don't I don't think anybody thought he was joking around. I think he needs help. Okay, Biden leg hair. Y'all have seen it. Y'all know what he's talking about. if this man can be president and say the stuff he said, I mean, I can go places. I mean, I should be able to provide for my family doing this stuff, you know? So if y'all want to help me out with that, I'd be much obliged. If you could send me that money, give me that paper, you know, I think I deserve it. I mean, if this man can be president, I mean, look at this. Look at this. Y'all know it.
I saw that made me aware when I was in law school. Proudly for Holloway. Proudly for your dad. First African-American state senator in the state of Delaware. Everything about. And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand.
No, don't touch
her.
her.
It get hot. I got hairy legs.
It's just, this is just a by the way thing. Hey, Moldy, anytime you want to get rid of that wrench, you can send me the money. You know, you can put that on layaway. Send me some money every now and again. Eventually, we'll get rid of it. So, yeah, definitely reporter cope. Like, oh, yeah, he may have been joking. It's unclear. He's got a funny sense of humor.
That turn turn blonde in the sun, and the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down, so it was straight. And then
so the kids outside of the pool, sitting beside him, would reach into the water and rub his hairy legs.
Watch the hair come back up again. They look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap.
Is there context before this starts to explain the roach part?
I've loved kids jumping on my lap. And I tell you what, the men, they're now all men, the guys I work with down here, and they're all guys at the time. They're all good men.
They're all guys at the time. I don't know about now, but at the time, they were all guys.
Most of them made an awful lot of themselves. And Earl Larkin had a rough time. And some of you knew Earl. I came back as a public defender.
What you just said.
Oh, man. This is one of my favorites. True Anana Shavada de Pressure. Hopefully it comes up. It's got to come up. Oh, come on. Where is it? Y'all know I'm talking about True Anana Shavada de Pressure. Will be the first president to mobilize True Anana Shavada de Pressure. No? Where's that one? Oh, there's him falling. There's so many. So many videos. It's just sad. I mean, y'all know it. It's not like it's any secret, but like tripping once, understandable. 3 times. He needs help. He shouldn't. I know how it works. Before the camera's on, he's got his little handlers there, and they let him like go off, you know, like the training wheels are off. Like, okay, go. They like let their hands off, and they get the camcorder out, and they film for like 10 seconds, and then after that, like there's a guy on the other side of the frame waiting to catch him, so he doesn't fall off the bike. And that's just how he lives his life. Anytime there's a camera, there's people on either end of the frame, right here, like so here. There's people right there, and he's gonna walk across, and then before the camera, as the camera ends, there's people right here ready to come and catch him. So I mean, there's the people at the bottom of the stairs that were like holding him up, and there's people right inside that plane ready to give him some tapioca. Nadeem, how do you feel about it? Are you embarrassed at the state of our country?
Yep. America is a nation that can be described in one word. As the foothills of the Himalayas.
Is that an actual quote from our president?
Biden,
I would. Is that really? I can't tell.
It is. I swear.
Is it?
Look it up. Look it up.
Okay. I couldn't find the one I've seen over and over.
Put on YouTube Biden. America can be described in one word or something like that.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Okay, I've seen it. Can be described in one. If anybody can find the True Anana Shavada de Pressure one, I'd be much obliged.
I should be
I want to. My wife and I have said it for a couple years now. If we ever buy a dog, its name will be True Non Travada to Pressure. It's a mouthful. But one of our chickens' name. Man, you say chicken, and he's ready to show up. He's ready to go. One of our chickens' names is Season 1 Michael Scott, because she has really stupid looking hair on the top of her head.
Huh? What you say to me?
You're just not even listening to me? Is that what's happening?
No, I was reading to the chat. Sorry.
Okay. I think I found it. I can describe America.
Nas kept tikain in the toilet, man.
America can be defined in a single word. I was going to put him. I was going to put him.
Oh, come on! I just want to see it. I just want to see it.
Then I had to just go to the.
America is a nation.
It's just, I hate when they just like, we got to make 2 minutes of content out of this 30-second clip. So let's just. Okay, sorry everybody. Shut up, dude.
Do the longest one though, not like.
Oh, it's just 7 seconds, right? That's it. That's all I need.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put him.
Was there more?
No, then after he's like the foothills of the Himalayas.
Well, this one's 3 minutes long. Okay.
Moments, in my view.
That's when
My
someone's
fellow Americans, today I'm honored to
Kamala.
officially introduce to you the next Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States, Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Is that my mom?
After more than 20 hours of questioning at her hearing,
She was being
and nearly
interrogated.
100 meetings, she made herself available to every single senator who wanted to speak to her and spoke for more than just a few minutes, answered their questions in private as well as before the committee. We all saw the kind of justice she'll be: fair and impartial, thoughtful, careful, precise,
Things
and
are weird.
even joy.
It's the one that's supposed to
Even
be played.
joy.
This lovely African American woman next to me named Joy, even Joy, can make it in this country. You know, poor kids are just as smart as white kids, and that holds true with Joy.
Ketanji or
I mean, who's blacker? Kamala actually does kind of look like mom. My mom is a little weird. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not going to be calling you that in public anymore. Judge, you are the very definition of what we Irish refer to as dignity. You have enormous dignity.
Is dignity an Irish
And it
thing?
communicates to people. It's contagious, and it matters. It matters a lot.
Oh, I missed it. What was in there? Oh man, it was in there somewhere. Maybe it's
Most powerful court in America, behind the
That's what it
Supreme Court. A former federal public defender with the ability to explain complicated issues in the law in ways everybody, all people can understand. A new perspective. When I made the commitment to nominate a black woman to the Supreme Court, I could see this day. I literally could see this day because I thought about it for a long, long time. As Jill and Naomi will tell you, I wasn't going to run
here it
again.
is. Yeah.
But when I decided to run, this was one of the first decisions I made. I could see it. I could see it as a day of hope.
Can't see
A
anything
day
through
of
those eyes,
promise, a
dude.
day of progress. A day when once again the moral arc of the universe, as Barack used to quote all the time, bends a little more toward justice. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but I knew the person I nominated will be put through a painful and difficult confirmation
Did
process.
I miss it? Did I miss it?
But I have to tell you, what Judge Jackson was put through, abuse, most Judge Jackson's
Judge Jackson.
patience and even joy.
Did I miss it? Was that the very beginning? Well, I mean, I'm sorry, guys.
After more than 20 hours of questioning, she made herself available. I wanted to speak to her just a few minutes, as well as before the committee of justice. She'll be.
It's not even in here. It's not even there. I got bamboozled.
Not the victory I want. That's not the victory John wants. I've been saying we should go on the ground. We should announce there's going to be American casualties. We should go to Belgrade and we should have a Japanese, German style occupation of that country.
Oh. Wow. Well, I still want to find the true Nana Shavada pressure. Let me do some work. I mean, earlier here, well, Manuel said you saw it. I tried to come over here. Well, Manuel, I don't see the one you commented for some reason. It doesn't show up on my side. Looking through the chat, I don't see your I see it on StreamYard, but I don't see it here on the YouTube page where I actually can click on the links. So I don't know. Let's keep looking. No. Joe Biden. There's a Joe Biden official YouTube channel. Oh my gosh, filters by view count. Oh yeah, that's all you have to do. It's just the YouTube filters keeping me from. I change one YouTube filter and it pops up immediately. That's what it was. Yeah, I just got to make sure it's on the right stuff, because YouTube's trying to hide things from me. It doesn't want me to see the truth of.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure.
It's like.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure.
True international
effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure.
What do you think he was trying to say? True international pressure?
Strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure.
True international effort to pressure. What are the comments? Do people? Are there people like? Oh, comments are turned off. I wonder why. Are there people that like think he's a good president? Like, does that person exist? I see people with Biden-Harris bumper stickers. I'm like, what is that? What is that person like? I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't. True inanana Shabbat de pressure. Shabbat de pressure. It is weird. Skeptic, you have all the videos. Where do you keep all these things? It's really hard for the chat for me to actually click on the videos. Really delayed. What is this one? Have I ever seen this one? I already saw that one. Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? If we have another 4 years of Biden, will it be worth all the videos we get? Or do you think we can take it as a country to have another 4 years of all of that? I don't know. I don't know the answers. You sent me a video on Discord. Let me pull it up. Y'all having a good time today? Tonight? Always feels better to say tonight. Y'all having a good time tonight? Come on, I can't hear you. Come on, get hype, everybody. We're here to have a good time, man. We're here to have a good time. That's what we're here for. That's what I'm here to give you. My Discord's not popping up for some reason. Open. I'm just sitting here waiting for Discord to open. I don't know what it's doing. It's never just not opened. It's being obstinate. Open. Nothing. All right, let me go to my phone and pull up Discord. I don't tell you. I'm looking at my Discord now. I don't see no private message, my dude. Oh wait, no, I do. I see it right here. Okay. It's not. You sent me like actual video file. You didn't send me like a link. I don't know why my Discord's not pulling up on my laptop, you guys. Never had this happen. Never had this happen, folks. Technical difficulties, everybody. Open. It's not doing a thing. It's not doing a single thing. Well, let me watch it, and I'll tell you if it's good or not.
Our freedom can never be secured.
What?
She knows so long ago she was denied.
Oh, man, I haven't seen this one. This is bad. He's looking older, too. How does he look even older? He looks like a wax figure that's being held together with duct tape. Man, I wish I could pop this on the screen. But, I mean, let me just listen.
She knows so long ago she was denied. Our freedom can never be secured. She knows so long ago she was denied.
What do you guys think? You guys voting for Biden? I mean, I'm watching today's videos. I might vote for Biden just to get more of these videos, because if he doesn't win, we're not gonna get any more of these videos. They're gonna stop. He's gonna stop having people on either side of him, pushing him along, parading him around. We're gonna lose this. There's gonna be a loss in the world. And who would have lowest? I mean, I pay more taxes, absolutely, with Biden in office. But is that worth getting more of these videos? I mean, you got to look at it as like, I'm just paying for the privilege of these videos.
You ask, have I been so relentless on Serbia and Kostunica, who I do not trust? Why have I been so persistent in not providing aid for the people of Serbia, who are many good people? Why?
Why?
Because until they look in their hearts, they can never cure themselves of the disease that they are the oppressed. And as long as they operate on that standard, this cycle will continue and continue.
Isn't that like what he runs on? Toilet Boy Earth is showing up here yelling Lisan al-Gaib, man. You must really like Dune. Did you like those movies? You read the books? They're good. They're definitely good.
Continue and continue. So that's why, not for vengeance, but for release, that it's necessary for them to look the devil in the eye.
Wow. So wait, Democrats used to think that like the victimhood stuff was bad. When did that change? Biden N-word. See what happens. Hunter Biden caught texting the N-word. Oh no, not the Clap, you stupid bastards. I don't know. I don't see it. What do I get? Trump. Does this have it? Ugh. Ugh. Ah! Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. Ugh.
In Delaware, the largest growth in population is Indian Americans moving from India. You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. So really, I'm not joking.
Romney wants to he said in the first 100 days, he's going to let the big banks once again write their own rules. Unchain Wall Street. They're going to put you all back in chains. Look, we need to reform the criminal justice to make sure black mothers feel confident
Have you guys heard the theory that Joe Biden is a different dude now? Have you seen like Obama era Biden versus now Biden? Oh wait, Biden. Hello. Is this the same dude? Where is he? I can't. I'm trying to look this up and it just showing me more pictures of Trump for some reason. What is with this search engine giving me not what I'm asking for? Like, okay, this dude. This dude was Joe Biden. That's Joe Biden. Does that look like the guy you know and love now? Yeah, I mean, do you think it's the same dude? Same people think the same thing with Hillary Clinton. I mean, she does. It could just be that they are rich and get work done, but they do. He does look not the same to me. Like these two guys right here do not look very similar. They have different ears. Look at his ear goes in, and this guy has a protruding lobe right here. It's not connected. It just looks like it pains him to be alive. And he just like, it's like he had some like burns on his legs or something like that, and they chose to take skin from his face to put onto his legs, and they just stretch it out on his face. It looks like it hurts. He's so mayoed. Who are these people? Who are these people that are supporting this? Who sees this and wants to hold signs? Were they like right before this picture was taken, where they handed money? Hold this sign. Here's $100. I don't know, man. What about Hillary Clinton? You guys think old Hillary versus new Hillary looks the same? I think on the same night I was looking at pictures of Hillary Clinton like 20 years ago and now, or even like 15 years ago, and Biden, like 08 Biden versus 2020 Biden. It was the same night I was looking into Michelle Obama being a man, like that one lady who said that Michelle Obama's a man and then she died. Remember that? Is that Hillary Clinton? Does not. Ugh. She's scary looking. Here we go. Let's find this. Man, I don't know why it's so much harder for me to find things I've already seen before. This is not really pulling it up. All right, I guess I have to do it manually. What did Hillary Clinton look like in 2000-ish? Okay, we got that lady. Okay, yeah, okay, like this lady right here. There's that lady. Does that lady look like this lady to you? Oh my God, I'm not going to pay for your subscription. She looks like a weird dog or something. Ugh, close your mouth. Huge. He was huge. Isn't that the same picture I was just looking at? No, it's similar. I don't know, man. There's better pictures people have put together of like side by sides where it does not look like the same person. I can't find it though. Oh, did you guys see that the Pope? Did you guys see that video of the Pope like just disappearing into thin air once? You guys see that? Let me see if I can pull that up. Nope, that's not it. Stupid YouTube. I got to change the filters every time. Was it this one? I think it was this one. People are saying like the Pope is a hologram or something. And that video sucked, but I have to freaking put the video on slow-mo. But yeah, he just like straight up vaporizes. What was that? What was that, you guys? What do you think? I mean, yeah, if he can just disappear like that on a fly, maybe he is a super bishop. Maybe he is God Emperor. If there's something more than what meets the eye, you know. Check out Hillary Clinton's ankles. That's weird. I mean, okay. She have cankles? Ankles. Ugh. I ain't gonna show that. That's too far. That's definitely too far. Yeah, no, not gonna do that. I have respect for my audience. You hear that, you guys? I respect you. Well, what's up, you guys? Let's do this for another 15 minutes. Let's stop it at 2. I'll open it up. I don't know where to go from here. I mean, my brain's a little bit fried from everything you guys saw. I mean, I feel like we've come a long way together. I don't know, Anson, were there any jokes along the way? Is there things I could have said? I need some feedback. You know, I can't do this by myself. I'm just one man. Just one man. So, I don't know. I ran out of dang tobacco, so I can't even fall back on that. I got nothing. I got nothing, man. Nothing's going right for me in my life now. You know, I had that tin of tobacco so long now. I thought it'd just be around forever for me. I mean, that's what I'm trying to figure out, man. After this, I got to go sit in the happy grass for a little bit. Does it work with my other body parts? If I put other body parts on the grass, do I get happy too? How you doing? Every time, man. Every time. Well, that's it, you guys. That's it. Thanks for stopping by. Do we do one more Moon Beaver? Can I handle it? Let's try. What's that one?
Did you know the person that designed New York City hated black people and Latino people? Robert Moses was the one that designed and created New York City. This man's story is so dumb.
I'm a level with you. Pretty sure New York City happened before that. New York City. I mean, this guy was born in 1888. I mean, when New York happened. When New York happened. You got to be earlier than 1888, man. And the internet is saying 1624 by the Dutch. So, I mean, that's like it. That's it. He's got wrecked. When I come back from my trip, we should do a Wakaliwood reaction. Yeah, that'd be down for that. Who's Ray Romano? Ray Romano. Ah. I mean, that's probably the worst thing you've ever said to me, Moldy. I also just realized I wasn't sharing the screen, so.
Demonic. I have to start off by saying this. Robert Moses was a Jewish man. New York really means Jew York. This man knew in the early 19th.
Sorry.
1800s, only white people had cars. Black and Latinos had to catch buses to travel through the city. So he made the bridges so small that buses can't pass through. So he was trying to keep all the black people and the Latino people in one area. So the
What about the Irish? What about the Irish? You probably didn't like Irish either, right?
Rich white people can have
not going to mention them,
all
are
to
you?
they suck. I mean, Jew York all to they suck. This man believed that black people love hot water. So in the summertime, he made the swimming pools so hot where they couldn't even swim. In the early 1900s,
they like it, man. They love
most
it.
black kids
pour a pot of boiling water on me. I love it, man.
Went to the pool in Harlem to swim. You know, this man put monkeys inside the swimming pool. So the monkeys was swimming with the black children in the pool.
What's the monkeys and black people got to do with it? Monkeys and black people? I don't see the connection. What am I missing?
In the summertime, for the white people, he made the swimming pool ice cold so they can enjoy every moment of it.
Ice cold? Are you enjoying an ice cold bath? What about you, John? I mean, you're Latino. Do you like scalding hot water to swim in?
No, not really.
What about ice cold?
I would prefer ice cold rather than scalding hot.
Yeah, me too. But like, do you like it?
No, I really don't like swimming.
You ain't a white person, I guess.
No.
You don't like swimming?
Not really. I get bored pretty easily. Like I get in there, I'm like, oh yay. Okay, now.
You ever like go to a river and jump off a big rock or nothing?
Oh no, dude, no. I will never do that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I won't do that.
What about kayaking? Would you like kayaking? Would you go is it water you don't like?
I've been kayaking.
Okay. What about whitewater rafting?
Yeah, I've done that. I'm just really not a huge like aquatic person.
Do you like boats?
They're fun, but then again, like I'm like, okay, this was cool for like the first hour. Can you just drop me off at shore?
Do you like fishing?
Not really. I mean, I'll fish, but it's not like.
How do you feel about rain?
Rain? I like rain.
Oh, okay.
I highly enjoy rain, actually.
Do you like condensation?
No, it gets too humid.
Okay. So you don't like you like dry heat?
Yeah, I like dry heat. That's why I'm a desert rat.
What's the best desert you think? If you had to pick.
Probably the Mojave Desert.
Okay.
That's a real beautiful desert.
You ever think does the Mojave Desert ever make you wish for nuclear winter?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Almost.
Sometimes.
Maybe. Okay.
Maybe a few times, but majority no.
That comment was for Logan Daly, but I don't even think he's here. But he would get it. He'd get what I'm talking about.
But I just
yeah. Hey John.
I just realized. Yeah.
Do you like this?
Is that moonshine?
No, it's just water.
Oh yeah, I love water.
Oh, okay. So
I mean, I like consuming it.
You just don't like it like touching you on the outside.
Yeah, I just like to be wet. That makes sense.
What did you learn from today's stream? Do you want to visit New York?
I've been to New York. I didn't know it meant New York, but
yeah, I mean,
like, hey,
I've never been, but were the tunnels nice?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense about the tunnels.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and then the whole black hole thing.
Yeah.
I've heard that the eyes are the windows to your souls.
Yeah, but are they also mirrors?
I've never heard that they're the mirrors.
Yeah, this is another. Manual makes a good point. Do you bathe?
I shower.
Okay, so that makes sense. You probably like that. You like rain, shower, kind of like that. So you don't like baths, right? That makes you feel like you're swimming.
Well, I'm a big guy, and to find a bath where I can fit in is
I feel you.
Nearly impossible. There's only one time I ever found a bathtub that I could actually like lay down in, and that was in Las Vegas at this hotel. Can't remember what hotel it was, but it was like a 7-foot bathtub. I was like, whoo!
Were there weird people on the street in Vegas? You see any weird people?
Oh yeah, every day, all the time.
Every day. What's some standout occurrences?
The Indians and the French, I would say, would be the most.
Did they get along?
I don't know. I really didn't care enough for that. The Indian people just couldn't stop wearing American stuff. Like everybody would be in like a cowboy hat, or like
they were like tourists.
Yeah, like straight tourism. Just like ugh. And they stink really bad.
Why do you think that is?
They don't do any kind of like what's it called, hygienics or anything like that.
Hmm.
But I had a question for you.
Oh, okay.
If you don't mind.
Oh yeah, no, not at all. As long as it's not like racist or nothing.
What's your what is this that you're doing? Is this like, are you like a streamer? Are you trying
that's a good
to
question, man.
Are you trying to like start a show? Are you trying to start a podcast?
That's a good question, man. I mean, what from the outside looking in, what does it seem like?
A very unstructured show, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't mean that to be like offensive, or I'm not trying to hurt your fifis, but I'm just.
I mean, you probably, yeah, that's it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just here hanging out.
Well, what's your goal?
I assumed that would come with time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What should my goal be? Like when my friend, when I started doing this, he was like, so what's your like thesis statement? Like, what are you adding? Are you adding anything? Because if you're just like doing other things like that other people are already doing, like, aren't you redundant? I'm like, yeah. Yes.
Well, you can say every show is pretty redundant.
Right, or derivative.
Yeah. No, I was just curious.
I mean, part of it, I'm looking at like, what skills is this building? I mean, I'm building the, hosting abilities, trying to keep things going. Wes, the unstructured show. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I was just trying different things. Today, the idea was just let's do Moon Beaver Roulette and go.
Yeah, because like it seems like you have segments and you have like points you want to talk about and everything like that, but it's just like they're just written down in your head. If I don't, if
I mean,
that's
I have on my
you
phone.
have
I have like a document or whatever, like a notes that I just like write ideas, and some of them are more baked than others. Like some will just be like a line or two, and then some will be like I'll have a heading, and then I'll just be like all of I don't know if you can see like all of this is just one stream, and like all my thoughts of what I would want to do with it. But other of them are just an idea, and not all of them are going to make it to a stream. But I don't know. I like the first I did like 2 or 3 streams of just I turned the camera on and was just like, oh hey, there's people in the chat. Like how do you even my question was how do you even start streaming? Like if you're going to start any kind of stream and you don't have any audience, like how does it even start? You just show up and do nothing, don't interact with people because there's nobody there. Like how does that even work?
yeah. No, yeah, I thought about the same thing too. Because I mean, like, there was a time where I thought I wanted to try to start streaming and stuff like that, but I was like, I don't even know. Like, you just click the live button and just hope somebody comes along and it just says, "Oh, I like this." But
I guess yeah, you could buy viewers, I guess, but that's not very
Yeah.
conducive to trying to make money.
yeah, and then you just don't have like an organic following.
Right.
You're gonna end up like Sneeko.
I don't know anything about him, dude, except that he's a muzzy.
Yeah, he's a muzzy, and yeah, pretty much all of his viewers are bots that he
Oh, I
pays
see.
for. And
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't do that. I mean, that's not like what does Sneeko even do? I couldn't even tell you.
he's just like he just rants around the Udins and says how great Muslims are.
Oh.
And how bad
I mean, does he have
are.
like a show or is it just like
No, it's just him like IRL streaming.
I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, so like there's stuff I don't care about. Like I don't care about vlogging or trying to make your life like all of the details of your life like a monetize it or anything like that. I mean, or I
You're
don't
not gonna
know.
start selling a course?
No, probably not. No.
Have you ever like planned out like a week of shows like on your weekends or anything like that?
The most I've done is maybe had like 3 picked out that like, okay, I'm gonna do this, or I'll have a guest. And I like the guest shows where I have like it's pretty, I mean, they're pretty different than this whole hangout thing. And I had zero intention of doing like open panels or anything like that, but this whole like daily stream thing started because it was a week from my birthday, and I was like, well, let's just try streaming the rest of this week and see if I can hit 500 subscribers before my birthday. And then I did it, and I just haven't stopped. And maybe I should, I don't know, maybe it'd be better for me to have a couple days off to let ideas mull over more, because when I turn this off, especially when it goes long, if it's like 4 hours, I feel like my brain is mush, and I just like go and do a bunch of chores, and then by the time I'm done with chores and dinner, it's like time to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe better to cut the streams off shorter, maybe take a day or 2 in between. And like I want to elevate this and make it into something, and just keep improving on it. And part of that is just getting the skills, like if I'm having people on, being a host, trying to like that right there, hearing that audio stuff, being able to do all the little things a host needs to do. These are skills. Being able to talk monologue by yourself is a little weird, especially when you're trying to be entertaining and funny. It's not the same as like you and your buddies having a beer and making each other laugh. It's not quite the same. It's just you by yourself, and maybe you pull up stuff to look at because you need to get the ball rolling. And it's a little weird to just talk by yourself forever. It's easier when you have another person on. It's easier when you look at stuff. But like, what is this channel supposed to be? I mean, Anson showed up yesterday when I was like, okay, let's just look at this guy who's flip-flopping on orthodoxy and let's just look at it and see what it is. And he jumped on and was like, hey, this is really boring. Can you like make jokes and stuff? Like, dance, monkey. It's like, well, I mean, yeah, I can't. I don't know. Am I supposed to be like Jim Bob and make fun of this kid as I'm looking at him? Is that what I need to do? I don't know. I don't know what Anson wants from me.
Well, I mean, and this is just like my point of view that you didn't ask for, but I get some people like that as well. And it's like, well, this is my fucking show, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what I was saying. Like, this isn't the comedy channel. This is the Westward channel. So like, it's gonna. I'm not. I don't know. It's gonna be me.
Yeah. But probably about like 2 years ago, my brother and I were trying to start up a show, like a actual show with segments and stuff like that. But it never really panned out because we did develop a crew and everything like that. But then it was pretty badass because I built the studio because like one of my buddies was like, yeah, I have this garage. We can build a studio in there. So I was like, okay. So I built a studio. Like I did drywall work, lighting work, electrical work, all kinds of stuff. And then we filmed like 3 episodes and he was like, oh, this isn't going to work out for me. So,
that's a lot of effort to put in just to.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, so I guess you're welcome for a nice garage now.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's did he wait? Do you know this person, or did he meet you at did he talk to you like at a Home Depot parking lot? Was he trying to hire you for cheap?
No, he's actually like a legit friend of mine.
Okay.
Because we've been talking about it for my brother and I have been. It's been like on our minds for like quite some time, probably about 3 years. And then we started it up, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, this isn't going to work out." Blah blah blah. All this excuses and stuff like that. Which I mean, they could have been very well good excuses for him, but I was just like, bro, my brother and I just fucking paid for the studio. We built this stuff. We bought all this drywall. We painted.
Did you even like do a single run? Did you even do like a single recording?
Yeah, we recorded 3 of them. We recorded 3 episodes, and then we were just like, oh well. I guess we just can't just like air 3 shows and be like, all right, that's it.
That's it. It was it just, and it was like, it wasn't like a narrative where it had like a bookend. It was just did you upload them?
No, we didn't, because like we were trying to like backlog them.
Oh, I see. So if you missed a week, you didn't have to like say sorry everybody. You could have a consistent schedule.
Yeah, because like that's one of the, we were going to do like 3 shows a week.
That's a lot.
Because it is a lot. Well, there was 4 of us.
It's a lot of schedules to work around every week.
Yeah. And but they were all gonna be like pre-recorded and then released like at a certain time. It wasn't like a live show or anything like that. I mean, like the goal was to eventually get to like a live show once we developed like a good following and all that. But we only wanted to do like 3 shows a week because like writing and doing all that stuff does take time. And one of the biggest things we had, biggest questions we wanted to do was like, we can do a daily thing, but would that
Dustin is asking again, what was the premise of the podcast? You cut out. I don't know. I don't know if you, what was the premise of the podcast one more time?
It was pretty much just like a political comedy show. Like we would just get news articles, write skits around them, write jokes around them, and then just go on with it. And then we would make like our own little skits where like we would be Joe Biden or somebody, just like make.
So it's kind of like a talk show night, like political. Like, was it similar to like Crowder or something like that?
Yeah, it was pretty much similar to Crowder because I mean that was like the best format we found so far.
I watched a lot of Crowder back in 2019. I probably watched him for like a good 8 months strong, just like 3 days a week, probably.
No, yeah, I that's still like the he's still the only, I guess, like podcast or anything like that that I actually like pay money for. I am a member of Mug Club. That's like my all-time favorite show. Like, it's just the guys there are hilarious, really based guys, and everything like that. And it's just, I don't know, it's a good format.
I mean, where do you think I should go from here? 'Cause like I started I had the idea for that shorts, the atheist shorts, and I've been going 2 a day strong for 4 months or something. And I started doing this like a month ago, just to see. And then people show, like my first time I did it, I had like 8 people watching, and I just pressed live out of nowhere. I'm like, how are there even people watching this? And I already had a mixer, and I got 3 of these mics and arms, and I'm just using my laptop here. I'll eventually, if I keep going with this, I'll eventually get a camera and stuff. But I just kind of already had equipment because I've done podcasting with friends before. We ended up doing like, a dozen episodes and then falling off or whatever. So I already had the equipment and just been in the garage for like 4 years. I mean, part of it, I'd like to, I don't know, like people, I've had a couple of people I know ask me, like, do you think you have like the temptation of pride? Like, are you building a platform? Do you think this is going to be bad for you in your soul? And I think that's a temptation, obviously, but I think that's a temptation for lots of things. Like if a man's going to participate in the world and he's going to go out in the world and he's going to try to do something with excellence or try to improve himself, try to be better at something, then, I mean, there's always going to be a temptation for pride. Not that, I mean, ask Moldy Apple here. I'm not anything. I'm a silly fool. And he'll tell you.
Yeah,
he'll tell you.
But yeah, I mean, like I've had that brought to me before as well, especially with like the videos I make. But like, it's like, even if I did build up some sense of pride in it, it wouldn't be as like I'm building up an ego or a false ego myself. Like, if there comes to a point where I am getting like 40,000 likes, 1 million subscribers or whatever, that, like, I would still have pride in my work. I mean, it's the same thing. Like, even in like where I live right now, like there's a sense of pride in me because like our construction company is one of the best construction companies in this town. So there is that reputation to uphold and that pride of work you have.
Right. I think, is there a difference between like taking pride in your work and trying to be better than you were yesterday, and like having pride in like the negative, sinful sense, right? Like, so like instead of thanking God for it, instead of giving God the glory, you could say you take the glory for yourself and you feel puffed up and you feel better than you actually are.
Yeah, I did this. This is all me. Yeah. Nobody else. Yeah, but I think obviously just stay humble. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that could happen, but at the same time, you got to learn how to check yourself, and no one's going to check you as hard as you're going to check yourself. You got to keep yourself in check. It's kind of like the same thing with working out. Like, yeah, you start feeling strong and everything, and then you want to then you get that pride inside of you, and then you just start pushing yourself even harder and harder and harder. The next thing you know, you dislocate a shoulder or you pull a muscle or something like that. You just gotta stick to what God gave you, and don't think you can do more than that. If you my check.
I think so. And I don't know. I think there's like, just because there's temptation for something like that doesn't mean you stop doing the thing. You watch for the temptation. You try to be self-aware. And I mean, I've had people ask me, like, do you think you know everything? Like, do you think you can talk about the faith on here and try to be funny and all that stuff? Like, what if you make mistakes? What if you say something wrong? What if you hurt somebody? All those types of things. I'm like, well, I mean, I kind of want to just challenge myself and have actual engagement with people and challenge my thinking. Because I don't know if you watch King Pill, but I've been watching him lately, and he's been challenging the way I think. So I don't want to. I don't know. I don't want to be like
him,
I don't want to be like an isolationist that's not growing or whatever. I'm part of this. Is if I want to make mistakes because I want to try new things. I don't think I'm going to make zero mistakes. I mean, again, listen to Moldy Apple. I don't think I've done anything that wasn't a mistake so far. If you listen to him, so well, maybe I'll make something decent soon. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think like I'm even trying to like something I've been contemplating is like even cutting my hours at work, like taking just only working 4 days a week. Because I mean, my weekends are normally pretty packed because I mean, we all work and then our family is pretty tight. We always have barbecues and we're always doing stuff. And I think it's important to be around my family a lot. And I've just been thinking like I need to take like at least maybe like 1 day off of the week to where I can just actually sit down on my computer and just write. Because I've fallen into this thing where like, oh well, you know, I have an iPhone, I can just write while I'm at work. But in reality, that really doesn't work out.
Do you know who Baselit Analyzer is?
No.
Oh, he's an Orthodox guy who does like literature and movie reviews and stuff. He's really cool. He and I have been talking actually. We're gonna do a collab sometime next month. But he recently posted photos of his writing. Like he's been writing consistently since like high school, and he was like, "This is my like the stuff I wrote in high school, and it's just like this thick of binders full of poems and different ideas and stuff he'd worked on." It's like he has a work habit. He has a discipline. Discipline's been a struggle for me, and I think part of it's just like systems, and it's easier for me to have discipline if it's something I'm doing every day. I know that about myself. Like it's easier that if like, oh, I'm just on Fridays, I'm gonna do this thing for a whole lot. When it's something that sometimes you get blocked on, or like you don't know where to go with it, or I often just need to like walk around in circles in the yard for no reason, and then my brain's like, oh hey, here's this thing you're looking for. So like, it's just got to be like a daily habit. And like with writing, I have lots of like first drafts of novels. I mean, I've tried to write a novel like a dozen times now. I have some short stories, stuff like that, scripts, jokes, and a lot of it's either just on my. I've lost a lot of it because I would just write in like my notes on my phone, and I've gotten new phones last like three different times, and that stuff didn't come with me. And I have stuff on like a Google Docs, but I can't be like, hey, here's all the stuff here in my hands from the last decade, like Baselit Analyzer can't. Like that. I think that just by itself is a powerful thing of having a physical medium that you're working on instead of a digital one, being able to look at it and not feel like, I don't know, just being able to look at it and you have it right in front of you. You have the proof that, hey, this is something you've built, a body of work you've built, all of the stuff that you've done to improve this skill.
Yeah, and even like yesterday when I pulled up those notebooks that I had, those were like originally supposed to be like just like in my gym bag. Because I mean, I keep my gym bag on me all the time at work and everything like that. 'Cause that's just like that's like my purse. I just have everything in there. My chargers, wallets, all change clothes, shoes, whatever. And then like I was looking at it, I was like, this just became a measurement book. I was supposed to be writing in this, son of a gun. I was like, there's nothing in here but just measurements and stuff. But I was just like, oh.
Well, I do think that you'd need like a dedicated book for writing, whatever it is. If it's jokes, if it's stories, if it's just ideas, a journal, I think it should be dedicated for that thing. Like that's why every time I try to do stuff and then use my phone, it ends up not working out because my phone's not for that. I mean, it can do that, but because it's like how many times you try to get something done and you're like, where did the last half hour go? What have I been doing on my phone?
Yeah, exactly. And like, obviously, as you guys can tell, like I'm a big dummy. I'm not like anywhere on your guys' level of intellect, and that's not a shade on me. It's fine. I get it.
John, you shouldn't be telling me that. That's my pride, man. That's my pride. Now I'm all puffed up, man.
Now I'm feeding that
There-
ego.
There's the pride again. There it is.
Yeah, but no, like I literally, like, I am a big dummy. I'm just I'm just a big dummy who just tries to make jokes and make people laugh.
You didn't have to say that, dude. I mean, you had us at Calvinism, so we already knew.
yeah, we got all that from that. That's it.
I'm joking around. I did want to mention there is a difference between.
My dad asked me if that episode was up online. I was like, oh no, it wasn't recorded. My dad would be like, "Ah, this stupid son."
He's
Forgot to press record.
You're not supposed to air the dirty laundry.
Yeah.
Or
you're gonna say, Dustin, there's a difference between having pride and
yeah, and like being proud of something. You know, I mean, I guess you could use both of them in a negative context. There could be that, but I mean, I guess I'm trying to make the distinction here because, like, you know, every parent has that feeling like when their kid does something awesome and they feel proud of their child. Like, but that's nothing. It's like nothing that you're really doing yourself as a parent. It's maybe honor is another word. I don't know if that's really it either, but like, you know, there's a joy there. There's a happiness for something that they did. Right. So it's not really pride in puffing yourself up exactly. Or like feeling a sense of pride in your accomplishments. I mean, I guess it's really tough in English because they're definitely two different things. Like being
it's the same word, even though they're different concepts.
Right. You can have pride in your accomplishments to the point that you won't listen to correction. That's the negative kind of pride. And then there's also the kind of pride in it that it's like, yeah, I worked really hard at this. It's okay to acknowledge that I put in a lot of effort. Now, next thing, you know, you don't dwell on it. You make that note that, this is something, because I think it can be sinful to work really hard on something and other people recognize it, but all you're doing is you're looking at your own criticisms. Like that's pretty bad there too, you know. That's like self-degradation in a way. Mm-hmm. Like one of a great lesson that I learned from my sax teacher in college. I did my senior recital. I worked a lot on it, and I finished it. There was this one part that I remember. I still remember it to this day. It's really tricky on my hands, and I practiced it over and over and over, and I could do it just fine in the room, you know, with the pressure off. But man, that pressure gets on, and you flub up just a little bit. Even just
fall apart.
Two little notes get off, and you're the one that notices it, even though the whole audience is like, "Wow, he played that really well." But you're your own worst critic, right?
Yep.
So she came up to me after I did like 4 songs, you know, and when we're talking like recital, these 4 songs are like, you know, 10 minutes each or something. Yeah. So anyways, she comes up to me afterwards. She's like, "You did so great. I'm so happy for you." I'm like, "Yeah, but I messed this up." And she stopped smiling. She looked at me and she's like, "Shut up and take a compliment."
Right.
Yeah. And I'm like, "Oh, shit."
Oh, okay.
Like, you ever have one of those friends? You ever have one of those friends that they can give compliments, but they can't receive it, or they'll give you gifts, but if you ever try to give them one back, they're like, "No, I don't. You know, I don't need it. I don't deserve it." It's like something.
That's me right there, dude.
Yeah,
that's 100% me. Yeah, like maybe my birthday is coming up in like 2 weeks, and everyone's like, "What do you want for your birthday?" I'm like, "I want nothing." Like,
why is that?
What do you want to do? I don't know. Like I just don't think like I deserve really anything. Like I'm just like you. Like
yeah, you're a typical Cancer, huh? That's your sun sign. You're a Cancer. That's the problem, man.
I thought you'd be like, "Oh man, if only you didn't believe in total depravity, man. If you didn't believe in total depravity, maybe you'd have fun on your birthday or something."
No, it's just like I would rather just do stuff for other people, and not to sound all hippy dippy, but no, I would rather just be the servant, and then like I don't want any gratification for anything. Like
I think there's a good form of that, but I definitely, and you can ask my wife that I've been weird on my birthdays and such. I'm like, I don't know, whatever you want to do. I mean, it's like, just let me serve you or whatever. It's about like reciprocity, and so somebody can't be generous towards you if you don't allow them to be.
yeah,
So and
and then like
if you want to be generous towards somebody else, they need to accept it and receive it. So I mean, it depends on context, but I think there should be a two-way street there.
Yeah, and I've been working on that a lot too, because like I've had some people say the same thing to me. And then like back to like the pride thing, like one of the biggest like letdowns of my, not really a letdown, but more of like an eye opener on like how to deal with pride and how to deal with like pride in your work and all that. It was like back when I was playing sports, like I was D1 starter, top of the game, everything like that. Injured my shoulder.
Thank you.
And they were just like, "Oh yeah, your career is over."
Wow.
And it went from like I can just do whatever I want to just like, oh, I'm just like these nerds. And like that really hit my pride a lot.
Did that happen on your birthday?
What?
Did that happen to happen on your birthday?
No, it didn't. Thank God.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out what the trauma is that makes you weird about birthdays, my man.
Oh, I was just going back to the other thing. But no, yeah, I don't like gifts anyways. I just don't like gifts.
Do you like giving them?
I like giving them. But I don't.
How do you feel about Christmas, huh?
Yeah, I don't want anything for Christmas.
You don't even want socks? Nice pair of socks?
I'll get my own socks.
What about like an Amazon gift card? I mean, I'm trying to figure out what you need. What do you want? I got a couple months left, but
yeah, I don't know. There's nothing that I want.
All right.
Like I'm a very minimalistic kind of guy.
Are you a quality of time kind of person?
Yeah. Like, let's just hang out, drink some beer.
That's how I always feel about gifts too. Like, comes around to Christmas and my birthday, and my mom's like, "What can I get you?" And I'm like, "Just watch the kids, and I'll take a nap."
Give me a gift of mental clarity with a nap.
Yeah. I mean, especially like I don't know. There's also been like this This might just be like a guilt thing on me that I'm holding on to. Like there was a time in my life where like I told you, like I've just been super degenerate, drinking all the time, smoking weed all the time, all that stuff. And I saw the toll it took like on my parents and my family, and they helped me out of that, especially like after I had the appendicitis. And like I was in the hospital for like 3 weeks. And then after that, I was just like, yeah, you guys did so much for me during that time. I don't want anything else from you. I'll just do everything for you guys. Kind of thing. It's probably not a healthy way of thinking, but I mean, I guess I can't help it, but.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like muscles, right? You like you said, you can't. It feels like you can't help it, but you can. So it's just like it's just a decision you have to make, and then the discipline to keep going. And if you make a mistake, you just got to keep on the path instead of allowing that to let you fall back into ruts. But where do you think this channel should go? What should I do? I mean, you've been watching for a bit, John. What things have you found enjoyable? Have they made you laugh or interesting, or what's the top tier content on this channel?
Your interviews are super amazing. I mean, you're a great interviewer.
Okay.
My interview was probably dog shit.
Okay, well, I need to figure out who I need to talk to then.
Well, no, but your interviews are great, and I think like honestly, like, and this was just me thinking like just today and everything like that during your segment on what's his face,
The Moon Beaver.
yeah, black hole guy. Like I felt like you there was like so much there to go with, but I felt like if you like wrote out like a full
Something
you just
beforehand.
yeah, like if you just took the time to write out like, and if you had like, if you just like pre-watched I'm this is just my observation, okay? I have no idea.
Right. I mean, the
what
two
you
op-
did.
the two I knew this guy, and the roulette part was we're gonna watch a random. We're gonna pick out a random video from this guy and then try to logic out what he's saying through the random video. So the point of it was that I hadn't seen it before. But yeah, with lots of these things, the options are you watch it before, you let it mull over in your head, and then you can either act like you're reacting to it, or you can have things thought out and jokes pre-made or skits or whatever, or you can have your first time reaction. I mean, those are like the two options, right? when you're looking at content.
Yeah, and I would have, yeah, and I would have gone with the pre-watch and already have like skits or points you already wanted to point out, so they're just like right off the bat. You just pop, this is this, and ha ha ha. Here's the joke, he he, or whatever.
applause.
Yeah, what are you doing? Why aren't you clapping? But I mean, that's just and like I said, like I freaking love this show. Like I'll stop watching any other show. Thank God no other show is on whenever you're on. Like
if I ever stream during whatever, I know you're not going to be here.
Oh no, I'll gladly. I've already seen enough of whatever. It's the same old story.
I've seen it for like maybe 2 hours, and I think I've seen enough.
Yeah, it's the same old story. But oh, you slept with who and how? How many? Oh, okay. Here's the last argument I gave to you last week. It's like, oh, okay. Here's the joke I gave last week. It's like, oh, okay. It's like
different lady, same story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know why Brian recycles the same questions every time, and he always gets the same answers. Like if you're gonna recycle questions, they need to be far more open-ended, so you can get a variety of answers. But they're like super close, you know. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's like one of the also like things like I have about Andrew when he says he's a political satirist. I'm like,
why do you think you're not a skank? The show.
Yeah, basically. And like the thing like with Andrew too, he says he's a political satirist, but like where's there's no political jokes anywhere. Like
right.
And then when you start bringing up politics, he's like, oh, I don't want to get into that. It's like, well, then stop saying you're a political satirist, you dumb fucker.
I mean, you can say you're anything, right? Like I'm a comedian just because I can say I am, but I mean, there's no like scholarship, there's no degree.
Yeah, but at least but I come here for the jokes.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Dustin, so Mela said host 1v1 debates and mod them. We kind of have something like that in the works. There's the Alex guy the atheist we talked to for a bit. I had like a 2-hour conversation with him. He and Dustin are planning on having a discussion here on this channel, and I'll be in the background taking people's questions and just moderating it. And Dustin and Alex will be talking about evolution. Is there evidence for evolution? Is evolution true? But he's in uni right now or some kind of college, and he's waiting for like another 2 weeks or so, maybe longer, to wait for all of his classes to die down.
Okay. Plus, he's also in Belgium, I think. So
yeah, Belgium. Yeah.
The timing is going to be
something.
Oh, yeah, now I remember that guy.
Crazy.
Yeah. The Belgium dude. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I listened through and I took way too many notes for stuff that we'd be able to get to. But I have choices. I have a lot of choices here. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different points that we could expand on, and I can select from those as we go.
What did you guys think of that? Because like that was a random opposition guy showing up, and to me, like it's not a formal. This guy just hopped on. I'm just going to talk to him. I did a lot of letting him talk, and I just interjected with, "Hey, I'm not going to grant this thing that you said. You know, I let you kind of talk for 2 minutes, and you just brought in ethics. Okay, let's talk about that." It wasn't like if I was gonna do it was like formal debate, I would have let him talk way less. If I guess is what I'm saying, but I looked at it as more of a, you know, over a beer having a discussion with somebody.
Yeah, one of the things that, if I can give a little bit, I know it's really hard in the middle of it. It's way easier to go back and catch things or have someone else come back and critique you. One of the critiques to remember that I wrote down, he contradicted himself, because when he started off, I mean, we know that, but like one of the very, very clear contradictions straight from his mouth was when he started off, he's like, no, evolution has no direction, right? It's just change. Anything that changes is evolution, and whether it survives or not is just the process. It's just a process. There's no direction to it. And then later he ended up saying, well, part of the reason that we have morality is because now humans have become more socially evolved, and we've stopped all of this brutal primalism of, you know, warlords and tribes and the great and all that stuff. And I was like, dude, you literally just said that evolution has no direction like 30 minutes prior. And now you're saying that there is a direction of more evolved. You know, if you have more or less, there has to be a direction.
It can't just necessary. There's lots of things like that. And as he was talking, my brain is popping up things like he does one sentence and 3 things are like highlights in my mind, and I let him talk for a little bit more, and then I just kind of picked one of like the maybe 7 things that popped in my brain. Instead of, hey, you have to justify all these, it was just I'm going to bring up one because I don't want you. I'm not trying to make you feel threatened or be. I mean, he also said like you know, several times I'd let him get away with you know, I mean, I don't know, I don't know, I haven't like studied this, or it's really late right now. Like, hey, that's fine, man. Like, we're friends, aren't we? You know, you can be tired, man. I don't care.
Yeah, it seems to me some people don't naturally go down the path of thinking in that way. They don't think philosophically like that for some reason. They take these things as assumed because everybody does them, and you know, why do we have to think about it? Because everything's working. You know, I remember talking with a medical student, like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years before I found Jay and knew what a transcendental argument even was. Can you do that over there on the phone, please? I keep moving back and forth because you keep coming after me, and I'm trying to keep it quiet, please. Thank you. So, I asked him, I had like never even thought about transcendental categories as absolutes and things like this. It just, I guess you could say it kind of comes naturally to my way of thinking. I asked him, you know, is there any such thing as absolute truth then? Because I think we were talking about science and medicine and biology, and he's like, no, I don't think so, because everything changes. I'm like, well, what about something like mathematics? Can you change 2 + 2 = 4? He's like, that's just a description, you know, typical stuff.
Right? Yeah, that's what they go to. Yeah.
I remember it because I was like sitting there and I was like, wait. So there's no absolute truth? He said, no, there's no absolute truth. And it just struck me in that moment. I literally just asked him, I was like, is that absolutely true?
Right.
And he's like, that's word games. I'm like, no,
you're playing semantics.
I said,
there's no such thing as word games. It's like simultaneously everything's a word game, and there's no such thing as a word game if there's no absolute truth. Like, nothing is real if there's no absolute truth.
Right. Everything would be word games if there's no absolute truth.
It'd all be illusions, and even those illusions will be illusions. There would be no illusions while everything's it's just absurdity.
Yeah. And then solipsism and everything.
Right. I did this a similar move with somebody on Twitter recently. An atheist was I said that atheism is a religion, and he said, no, it's not. Just look at the dictionary. And I'm like, so can you be a theistic atheist? He's like, no, that's against the definition of atheism. I'm like, okay, well, that's your dogma then. Your dogma is that you cannot believe in God to be an atheist. And he's like, no, that's just the definition. I'm like, if it wasn't a dogma, then you could be a theistic atheist. He's like, no, dogma means if you disagree with atheism, then you go to no hell. You burn forever in no hell. I'm like, that's not what dogma means. It doesn't mean punishment in hell. What are you talking about, dude?
Yeah.
But it's a similar move of just if you deny the thing, if you do a performative contradiction, if you have a dogma and you're saying my dogma is no dogma, it's a quick turnaround. That's you ask a simple question and it all falls flat.
Right. And with this guy that I was talking with, we went on for like a half an hour of me just trying to get down the basics of finally trying to get him to understand how his claim is a truth claim. And I didn't know any of the philosophical terms at this time. I was just like trying to walk him through how it worked. And he eventually came around to, okay, the only absolute truth is that there's no absolute truth. Except for this one.
That's
and I was like, that's
the same thing. That's the same thing.
No, I've used that same thing like on TikTok. Like sometimes I go on and debate people on atheists on TikTok, and yeah, that's the same thing. Like, well, the only absolute thing that there is that there is no absolute truth. It's like, well, you just made an absolute.
Right. People say that's kind of stuff, and they repackage that same thing in other language. Like, oh, everything's changing, everything's in flux, everything's evolving at all times. Like, well, okay, then. Is that evolving? Is it one day going to not be in change, not be in flux? Is the statement everything's in change going to change?
And it was funny. I was watching something on, I think it was either yesterday or today on Jay Dyer about like whenever you hear like that phrase, like when people say, "Oh, well, the only constant is change." It's like,
right. Then that constant would have to change. And it's the same thing. It's exactly the same.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's just like, and I've always thought that, but I'm just like I've never been able to like put that into word form because, like I said, I'm a dummy. But then when Jay
you can
Dyer
intuit a lot of it.
It's ultimately. Oh, go ahead.
No, but when he said it, I was just like, that's what I've been thinking. But he said it in words.
In my head, it was just like a fuzzy picture that made me feel good.
Yeah, it was just a rubber ducky that was telling me the truth. But Jay Dyer was like, he put it into words. I was like, yes. I was like,
he put it into the bath that's too small for me. And I was like, wow, if I was smaller or the bath was bigger, I'd get in there with that rubber ducky. And I have a good old time.
Am I orthodox?
You should become orthodox, but we'll get you there.
Yeah, it's not under duress. It's not under duress. You got to come of your own free will. That didn't trigger you.
So things like
go on.
I was just going to say things like that, like, the only constant has changed. The only absolute truth is that there is no absolute, they're ultimately meaningless statements because, like Jay always brings up, Father Deacon Ananias always brings up, it's loaded with other philosophical baggage that isn't being talked about, but necessarily must be true for such a thing to be true. Like the only constant is change. Well, that requires something like induction, right? That there's a sort of regularity to nature that the things that have happened in a certain way beforehand will continue to happen based upon physical laws. Okay, well, now you're loading in all this sort of other stuff that you're not talking about, but it's necessary, because if those are gone, then your statement has no meaning. And your statement is trying to get rid of those things. So there,
like that. Did you just get rid? Did you just get rid of your things?
The only constant is change, I guess.
Yeah. It's like that. Done.
Wow. Well, he's a man of his word. When he says it, he does it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think a lot. It's you could go even further with it. Like there is no such thing as truth. You're using language that you're assuming has meaning to be able to convey that there's no meaning. I know that's the same thing essentially, but it's another way to look at it. Like linguistically, for you to make that statement, you have to assume that you have the ability to discern meaning and then to be able to convey it, and that I can be able to understand and interpret the meaning that you're trying to convey. And your meaning is that there's no meaning, but you're assuming all of that stuff has to have meaning for you to be able to make the statement.
Right. And it's necessarily transcendental. It's immaterial and it transcends the medium itself, right? Like we're talking about the word pride. All of us can envision in our mind, like when we start to describe it and flesh out the differences, even though we're making the same mouth sound of pride, there's a vision going on in our mind describing the differences between the two. You know, we know that it's not the same, depending on the context.
Well, it's 2 hours and 40 minutes. I have friends coming over for dinner. I need to get off here and get things ready for them. What do you last thing? What do you guys think? Where does this channel go? I mean, you mentioned that you like the interviews. Are there people you'd like me to see interview and I can reach out for them? What should are there things I should try? Are there what all that go?
I think that you should continue to do and show the things that interest you, because that's what you're going to have the most passion for. So, I mean, it seems like you do have a little bit of enjoyment in like the schizo stuff like today, like the conspiracy stuff we've done before. You seem a little bit interested in that at least, or maybe you think others like it, or I don't know. I think the reason that you bring it up is probably because you find it entertaining in some regard or another.
It is, especially the Moon Beaver. He hits me with Jew York. Man, that gets me.
Oh, dude, that
was hilarious.
Oh my God.
I knew, dude, as soon as he said New York, I knew it was going there. For some reason, I was like,
I didn't.
I knew it. I knew it was going there. Yeah.
I had no idea. I had no idea when I said like, "Oh, I have this."
Yeah. Oh man, you guys.
Like, oh, I have a Jew thing. I was like, oh.
You guys need to have more of a schizo mind like me. You got to be a little more on the schizo. You got to.
That's what I'm trying to. I mean,
gotta get.
In high school, I never got like deep. I was never like a truther getting into stuff, but me and my friends would definitely get into like YouTube rabbit holes where like it's 3 a.m. and we're on our like 30th video of just like pressing watch next, or like going in the sidebar and seeing the one that interested us, of like watching 9/11 stuff, or
13
that
Bloodline.
Yeah, stuff like that. I mean, I've always thought it was entertaining, like just like scary stories at a campfire entertaining.
Yeah, it's like watching Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I think it was Logan that brought up Antarctica, right? There is a YouTube channel called the official channel or something like that, but it's Red Thread with what's his name, Moist Critical, Wendigoon, and some Australian guy, I forget his name, but if you just search up Red Thread Antarctica, that's actually a really good little talk on Antarctica. There's some things in there that I didn't really know were associated with the whole Antarctica conspiracy, even though I do like the Antarctica conspiracies. They're pretty fun, but this one added some things like talking about how there's this that's that comment I gave to you there, Wes, those super evolved Aryans that Hitler found when he escaped Antarctica, and Robert Byrd found, and he wrote a diary on it.
Oh, Robert Byrd. Oh, Admiral Byrd.
Admiral Byrd, yeah. With they've got all this advanced technology, and Robert Byrd went down there, and he was supposed to bring it back and tell everyone, and yeah, super advanced tech, and they're hiding out in Antarctica, man. And
I mean, is it like the Thing? Are they in like one of those little research stations? I like the Thing.
It's an entrance to Hollow Earth,
Oh, I see. My friend Nectario says I keep telling me I got to do a Hollow Earth stream.
Dude,
Yeah,
there's
look into Admiral Byrd about his stuff and to Hollow Earth, and
well, the thing is,
that'll be a good stream.
with Hollow Earth, it's not monolithic. There's like I don't know all of them, but I've come across like 3 or 4 different versions of Hollow Earth. So
like John, earlier you said like, do I like do plant like sometimes that's like I just press, the chill streams. A lot of times I just press record and like I haven't had time to even think about what the stream is. But there's other times I'm like, there's been like a dozen streams I want to do, but I feel like I need to at least like pull up articles and like read through and try to have stuff ready to pull up, even if I don't react, even if I'm reacting to it the first time, to be able to like curate it a little bit. And that just takes time. And if I'm not making time for it, it's not going to happen. So that's definitely something I want to do. Dr. Crispy says we long past schizo. We heading for dementia.
Yeah. Well, I guess I would go into like I said, like I am going to start taking some more time off of work to actually start working on my content and everything like that. But I mean, if you're willing and you want to, I'll be down to like, as long as you're down with just coffee.
Yeah, sure. We can start slow.
First date is always just a coffee date. I'm only spending $5.
I know you don't like receiving, but
Cheesecake Factory.
I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to be the one receiving. I'm just letting you know, man.
Hey.
Cheesecake Factory is off the table, man. You ain't taking me no Cheesecake Factory. You need to give me a reservation at a 5-star diner.
You need to be able to pay my rent.
You gotta pay for my nails, my Uber, my car, my babysitter.
This bag wasn't free.
You gotta pay for food for me to bring home to my children. They hungry.
well, Manuel says purpose for the channel suggestion, suck our attention to feed the angels so we tricked into praising God while they laugh at us, calling us dogs.
Yeah, that was another one that got me. I was like, they're laughing at us. And I like what you said about that. I was like, oh, what about the people who don't speak English?
Yeah, like I don't know, man. God's just like an English word, man. I mean, like,
yeah, it's like,
how heard of Theos? Is like Oeth? Is that like Greek word God or for dog? Oeth? Is it a Theo? I don't know.
Something like that. But yeah, I was gonna say it's like how does numerology work for like Greeks?
It does. They have like letters for specific numbers and stuff. I couldn't tell you about that. A lot of the church fathers will read about it.
Yeah, there's more.
666 means Nero. I know that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or man.
Mm-hmm.
Also, yeah, or it could be man.
But yeah, I've never looked into like how those systems actually work with the different letters or numbered and all that.
Yeah, but there's multiple. Sorry.
Go ahead, John.
Just back to what I was saying is, I am going to start taking some more time off work, and it's going to be like maybe. I think what I can talk my bosses into is maybe like twice a week right now, because like we are kind of busy and there's only like 5 people on our crew. Sundays,
wow,
a
lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Breaking the Sabbath.
I know. But but that's the whole reason why like I wanted to like start like it's gonna take I understand it's gonna take a whole payroll, diminish all that, but I'm like, I would rather start this stuff up or start collabing with more people, because like one of the problems I had with people that who want to collab with doing stuff, I would get like my friends or just random people I know, and they don't understand the grind you have to do to make this happen, and they're just like, oh my god, this is just like another thing on my schedule and I have this
yeah.
So
but that's like anything. If you want to be in a band, like you have to treat it like a job. You have to work at it. You have to make time for it, and whatever it is, like if you're gonna write, you got to get up like every morning and spend a half hour or whatever it is on it. You just have to treat it like a ritual, like a job, like it's on your you gotta clock in and clock out.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why like I don't ask people anymore to like at least people that I know, nothing against them, but just like to collab or hey, let's start something up because I'm like, yeah, the idea sounds awesome, but once you start putting in the work and you're like, oh, this is just like another job.
Right.
Like why would I want to do this? And it's just like, well, there's a potential to it. Like, yeah, it doesn't pay off right now, but there's a potential that it could. Oh, but now I'm gambling with this and this and this. It's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
Go
do
back
you have
home.
you have any stocks? Do you have any real estate? Do you have a 401k? I mean, everything has risk in it.
Yeah. It's just like I understand the and I don't mean this to sound rude to anybody else, but like the normie mind of just giving up your time to actually make content for this to be one day a potential lifestyle,
Right.
income of life. Yeah, and I understand that. I mean, I understand it. It's fine. I get it. I get it.
Speaking of that, didn't the super chats come in like a half hour late on my super chats? So John, you sent me $5 yesterday. Thank you so much, buddy.
That was way more than a half hour late.
Well, it said it tells me you sent it at 4:38, but it didn't show up. I kept like refreshing. It didn't show up until like 20 minutes after the stream. So yeah, like a half hour, 45 minutes or something.
Yeah, true. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have a talk with my bosses on Monday and see what they say. And
cool. You should at least get Sundays off. Nothing else, man.
No, yeah, that's another thing. I'm gonna stop taking on side jobs because that's what like I normally do is like take on side jobs, and it's just like it's not working.
I gotcha.
I just like, yeah, the money's good, but I gotta put my priorities in line before you guys like your dining room can be painted anytime.
Yeah, it'll be there next week.
Yeah.
Since we're speaking about being e-celebs, I've considered at times doing streams, and I think the only thing that I can come up with would be by request saxophone song. Like
you do Fiverr, but with saxophone?
Yeah, like, I mean, so like if people wanted me to play one of their favorite songs, I could maybe find like a version that's just instrumental. Yeah, not right now, but we'll just have to, find like an instrumental version and like with no knowledge of the song, just use my ear and play over it because I have a pretty decent ear for just hearing a song and knowing what key it's in and where it's going. And sometimes there might be a little bit of a throw off, but as soon as I hear the throw off, I'll catch it the second time around and just like on the spot, so it's raw and fun. And like people can be like, hey, like what Moldy was saying, oh, can you play Run for Cover? I'm like, sure, let's pull it up. You want to see me play this? And if you like it, you can donate. If not, cool. But it'd be fun to play and other people get to enjoy it. And
then you have to, in between songs, talk deep theology or debate. You have to like destroy an atheist in between the songs.
Right. All right.
And then you have to get them to sax. You have to do a sax battle with them and you destroy them in that as well.
All right, any Calvinists in the audience? Yeah, word up, Calvinist. Yeah, get on stage. You suck. I'm gonna debate you.
If you do not have a saxophone, one will be provided for you. Get on stage right now. Show me your argument. Show me your skills.
Sax battle, debate battle.
There's got to be a better name for that. You'll come up with it though.
Why are you gay though, John?
What somebody's asking? What's your job, John?
Daddy? Oh, I work construction. Actually, I'm a pimp. And those weekends are hard, man. Them weekends.